I couldn't get. Oh, really? All right. Uh, Watching this World Series game, top of the second. No score. All right, today. All right, get up here. Come on. The link is up there. I'll send you the link again, baby girl. There you go. Come on up. Beautiful. Uh, Mahogany Roots and MJ. Should be check some. Good. Who cares about the sports? Just get up here. Cares. Just come up and say hello, like like you did the other night. Go. No, I gotta fix this lettering. 'Cause it got smaller all of it. Anyway, good evening. How was your day?
It was okay. It wasn't an easy day, but it went by quick, so it was okay. How was your day?
It was good, thank you. Got some rest, but tomorrow's another day, another 14-hour day starting at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my God. What do you do starting that early? I mean,
Dialysis is
mhm.
first, and then after that, I'm studying to become damn, I keep forgetting what it's called, but it's like you learn to be one of these people that you go to hospitals and stuff, and when one of their loved ones are close to death, you have to comfort the family.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm learning how to do that, and I gotta go tomorrow to a hospice tomorrow after
Y-
my
Yeah.
treatment.
That is so sweet that you're interested in that. That's very commendable.
Yeah. Well, I know this is gonna shock you, but one of the things I wanted to do was become a priest.
No, that doesn't shock me. That
Why
doesn't
does it shock you? Why doesn't that surprise you?
Oh, well, for one thing, you're definitely a people person and you're just very kind-hearted and kind-spirited. So no, it doesn't shock me. And you seem to be the type of person that wants to help other people. So no.
You know, you're the first woman that wasn't surprised by it.
No, I mean, no. I can see that. I can see what you're doing now, like as a sports broadcaster or something. I could see either way.
Yeah, you know, our boy is on right now. I was watching him for a few minutes before I came up here.
Oh,
Um,
which one? Who?
Cooler's on right now doing his second shift from a cigar bar.
Oh,
You ever
I
watch him do that during the late in the afternoon?
Yes, I've come through there a lot of times I just kind of pass by and then because I try to support as many people as I can, so I can't always stay, I just pop in and pop out. Um, I did kind of want to talk to you about um
What's up?
uh how should I put it? I was concerned after our interview, which was amazing. Like I really did get a lot of compliments from my friends who saw it. Everybody loved it. So I was very happy with it. I was pleased when I watched the replay. Were you? Did you get a chance to watch the replay?
No, no, but I will tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, I just kind of skimmed through it and I thought I mean, we definitely have a vibe. But I thought about it and I do know, like we've talked about it before, I do know that you have a certain type of sub, and you know, I just don't want to cause you any problems to where people feel like, oh,
Sweetie, trust
yeah,
me. My boys in here know how I am.
okay.
You know, and how can I say this? Um, I'm as easygoing as it gets.
No, I know that you are, but I know that some people, you know what I'm trying to say. Some people who might follow you they're so quote unquote red pill or whatever you want to call it.
I
But
don't, you want the honest truth?
yes,
I don't think I have too many followers like you think. I'm
I
serious.
think you do. Well, what kind of followers do you have? What kind of men are they?
Um, I don't think they're the red pill guys like you think they are. I think maybe two or three, but most of these guys that come up on my panels, they're players.
Oh, okay. They just like sports, pretty
No,
much.
no, they're players. That means they love chasing women. The guys on my platform, yeah, they most of them are players. Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, they get on me. They get on me because I'm not.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I heard you say something about if you was 38, you'd be collecting panties. I heard that.
Oh, today? Oh,
Yes.
I'd say if I was 36 years old again, I said, oh yeah, I'll be out there chasing.
You
Mm-hmm.
want to know what was funny? Me and my son was driving in the car we had went somewhere and I had you playing like in the car.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate that. Yeah, if I was 20 years younger, yes. No
Yes.
doubt. But because now that I'm just about middle-aged man, no, I don't even think about doing that stuff.
Can I ask how old you are if it's okay?
I will be 50. I will be 54 years old in 6 weeks.
Awesome. Awesome. Me,
But my
well,
body, but my body, as crazy as may sound, I remember 2 years ago when I busted my spleen, and the surgeon,
oh my
after
God.
the surgery, 3:30 in the morning, said, "Leave him alone with me." I'm like saying, "Oh God," and he said, "You know, you got the most beautiful body I've ever seen." Iman Perry, what's up, my brother? Love you. Ricardo Rodney, young man of the manosphere. Good evening, my brother. Love you too. Thank you for coming in and support. Um, yeah, seriously, he's had the most beautiful insides he's ever seen.
That's good. I didn't even know you had been through all of that, Mace. I know you had.
Let me tell you, September 2017, I was blind until June of 2018. I got
How
my eyesight back, and then a week later, I busted my spleen.
how did all this come about? Like, how did everything start to break down?
With the blindness, I think it was too much of a strain, and unfortunately, I have migraine headaches because of it.
I kind of suffer from migraines too sometimes.
You take that pill with the A?
No, they wanted to put me on medicine. I'm trying my best. I take a lot of vitamins, and right now I was talking about it that night. I'm on hormone therapy. I'm trying to do everything as possibly as naturally as I can. Like I see a herbal therapist, and things like that to try to regulate my hormones. But I'm trying not to have to take medicine. Me and you've got to share, not, not on your time, but because I don't want to take away from you, but one day
No,
we got
you
to
won't
share
ever take
some,
away from me, sweetie.
we got to share some health secrets.
Okay, that sounds good
hmm
to me.
I
Um,
actually, I just
okay.
wanted to hop up and keep you company until your fellas came over here because I know that they have the panel tonight. So I was just listening.
Uh, I appreciate that. I was gonna say you asked me about that time. Yeah, I went a year and a half, fellas, in the chat room. Medicine doesn't always anything. You and guys need to go to a herbalist. You know, it's
Um,
funny you say that because one of the things I did, two things I did, Ricardo, to answer your question, when I busted my spleen. Number one thing I did was I drank a lot of herbal tea and it helped. Really did. Right about that. Um, but to finish this part of the question you asked me, it was a brutal time of my life.
hmm
I did not like walking with a walker. Um, I did not enjoy being blind, where to the point where what little eyesight I had, every time I would get home from therapy, I would close all the shades in the house, and my house was pitch dark.
Yes.
2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Did you have anybody to take care of you?
Nah. Let me tell you something else. I've fallen at least 20 times. I busted my shoulder twice.
Oh my gosh.
So,
You can I well go ahead.
no,
I
go
don't
ahead. Ask the question,
I was
sweetie.
gonna say, and I swear I'm not using this as some kind of plug, but this was what you're talking about right now is something that I've brought up, uh, far as people needing one another and this kind of mentality of we don't need one another mentality, it's insane. And I've seen it for myself. My mother is in her 70s now, a very vibrant woman still, but she's not young anymore, and she's fallen also. Her health has failed, and all I'm saying is, you know, it sounds good to be independent and all that stuff, but I don't think anybody really wants to like be alone in their older age or when they're down and out when they need somebody. That's why it kind of saddens me that that some of us seem like we can't get along with each other for nothing.
I will say this. Um, I know when they offered me help, you
Mhm.
know, but the one thing I realize is you can't really trust those type of people. So,
Oh, the people who wanted to help you?
people, yeah, people that are supposed to do those things for a living,
Mhm. Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about like a significant other or just to have somebody with you that you can depend on.
Nah, I don't do. I don't date. I said that before. I'll say it again. I
Yeah.
just I just take care of what I have to take care of, and um, I don't know.
No, I get it, but I'm saying, don't you think? Well, I'm saying it probably would have been nice if you did during that time.
Well, I wasn't kidding with you when I told you this. Once now I understand why these women act like they do, but um, once I realized that things wasn't going to work for me, I just said, "Hey, I gotta just go about it by myself." And I think a big part of the reason is I never had anyone before I lost the weight,
Uh-huh.
and I'm just used to being by myself, so I do everything on my own.
I understand that. I do. I totally do. My mom is quite the same way. She's very, you do get used to being by yourself and doing things on your own. Um,
Seems
but
surprised.
no, no, no. I guess I paused because my worry is with her getting older. She's in her 70s. I've had the discussion with her, like, I don't want to talk about this, but we got to talk about it. What happens when maybe you need help doing certain things? You can't do everything on your own anymore. She's not, physically as strong as she used to be. She has fallen before, and
I'll tell you something. When you lose
uh-huh.
your strength in your body, that happened to me. When
Mhm.
you use your strength, it's not a good feeling because when you lose your strength inside your body, you
Mhm.
feel lifeless when you walk. When
Yeah.
you lose everything. I'm glad that I gained mine back. Yeah, dating is pretty much dead these days. I agree, Ricardo. Young man, I agree with that.
What did he say? I can't see the chat. What did he say?
Dating is pretty much dead.
How old is Ricardo?
I
Can you
believe I think he's a tender 29 or 30.
And dating is dead already for you, young brother? Kind of
Put a one
young?
in the chat room if you what you just said about the dating. Put a one. But she gets, I'll tell her you said yes. Unless you want to pop up. You
Yes,
want to
if you
pop up, kid? He's popped up with me before. He's a good kid.
Oh yeah, there's no argument for me. I just when I hear people say things like that, it's a little, like I said, he's kind of young to feel that way. That's all I'm saying.
Uh, do I think dating is dead? For most black men, it is. Yeah, for us, it is.
Oh, my sweet Mace. I don't think so, but I realize that me and you think differently.
Yeah, when it comes to that, we definitely think differently.
Mhm. Mhm.
Here with the beautiful Mahogany Root and MJ, and my boy Iman Perry's in the chat room. He's getting ready for his boy Kevin Samuels in an hour.
Oh.
Laro, this is the beautiful Mahogany Roots and MJ. You want to come up, bro? Here, bro. We could do this all night, bro.
Well,
My boy Laro.
I actually can't stay. I just really wanted to say hello to you again. And just, you know, I figured until your people came in, we could have a quick little chat.
Hey,
But, uh-huh.
before I let him up here, I'm gonna let you cut out, but I'm doing an interview with Tacman tomorrow at 6 o'clock. What time you
Okay.
get home from work?
I would usually, well, it depends. Sometimes I can get out of there by 5:30. I'm usually home a little bit before 6, or it just varies. Depends on the last
Well,
patient.
you get yourself settled in. I'm going live like to let guys in at 8:30 tomorrow night.
Okay.
So after I finish talking to this guy's interview me, I'm gonna do. Then why don't you pop up and spend about 45 minutes with me? How's that? Just me.
So tomorrow at 6?
No, no, no. About 7:30. I'm going on live at 8:30.
Okay. What are we going to talk about?
We'll pick up where this left off, and we'll talk about things around the house.
Okay, cool. All right.
You,
Thank you.
you take care, gorgeous. Say hello to your man for me and your son, okay?
I will.
All
Peace.
right, baby. Good night. I'm beautiful Mahogany Roots and MJ. She is terrific. Get up. Laurel, get your ass up here, bro. Ricardo Rodney, get your ass up here, too. Iman, get up here before you go to, Laurel, get your ass up here, bro. Just drop the link. Get up here, bro. Talk some sports, bro. Laurel, get up here, bro. And for my man Laurel to get up here. Oh, man. Laurel, get up here, bro. What the hell's taking you so long, nigga? Get up here. Well, Laurel, let's talk about one of the big news of the days is, and that's Tua Tagovailoa. And I'm gonna skip Tua. That is the Dallas Cowboys. The roof is falling in Dallas. The dissension is now legit. There is dissension in Big D, and the players are quitting on Mike McCarthy and his staff. Dallas loses again. Uh, as I'm waiting for Lauro to get up here, I'm waiting for Ricardo Rodney to get up here. The roof is falling in on the Cowboys, folks, and it's not a pretty sight. That guys have given up on this team. Players are giving up on the coaching staff. That is not a good sign. Baby girl, don't worry about it. It's my boy. He doesn't know. I mean, speak of the devil, here he is. What's up, nigga? Bro, what's up, bro? Laro, what's up, man? I'm Mike yourself, bro. What's going on, baby? La. There
Yo,
you go,
what?
nigga. What's up,
Yo,
baby? How you doing, bro?
Hey man, what's up with you, Mason?
I'm good, man. Hey, did you win this week?
Hell no.
I don't need to laugh, man.
I'm out. Hey man, I think I might be out on this season, bro. I mean, I done had a couple of winners, bro, but I think I'm out on this season, man. It's just too much up and down, too many injuries, I mean, it's just too much, man. I think I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm good. I mean, I might throw a little something around every now and then, but as far as like week in and week out, all those parlays I was playing and all that bullshit, it's over with, bro. It's a wrap.
Bro.
It's a wrap. Unless it's like maybe one, maybe possibly two games at the most, I'm done, bro.
Golden Eagle won big this week.
Oh yeah?
He won all four of his games, man. Seriously, yeah, he won big.
Damn. Well, you know how it is, man. You know what? And to the young lady that was in your chat or whatever, I didn't mean anything by it. She took it the wrong way. I was just trying to say I've seen a name down in the chat, and I seen you kind of like shooting at some a whole bunch of baby girls and goddesses or whatever, right? So I was just like, man, who is this chick running around here, man? That's it, bro. I ain't mean that. I ain't mean nothing by it.
Let me just put it this way. She is terrific. She is a terrific sister, bro. She is gorgeous, and we have a mutual admiration towards each other. That's it.
I hear
She's
that.
taken. She says she has a grown son in college, bro. And you know me, bro. I lay low. You know that.
Yeah, man, you lay low, man, but you're gonna have to choose, man, because Sister Topaz might get jealous, man, because you got you a couple of little crushes in it.
I got some more. Seriously, it's nice to be appreciated by beautiful women, bro.
Oh,
okay. Would you rather be appreciated by toads, bro?
I hear you, mate.
I'm with my main man. I'm with my main man Laro this evening. Mahogany Roots and MJ was just here. You missed that, beautiful sister. Subscribe to her beautiful channel. She talks about black relationships and what's going on with black women. It's a terrific site. And she has a legion, an army of fans, Laro. That's
shout out to her, man. I mean, I hope the channel grows or whatever, but man, you know,
man.
I don't care about.
She's near 1,000 subscribers, bro.
I don't care.
She'll get it by early next year, bro.
You think so?
She'll start bringing the money, man.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Who knows, man? On a day when I don't have anything to do, I might show up over there. You know, who knows?
Yeah, bro. How's the family, man?
Oh man, everything's good, bro. Everything
good, bro. Good.
I can't complain one bit. I'm not gonna complain. It ain't gonna
Sorry about your Texans, bro.
Hey man, you know what? As long as the Cowboys ain't shit, I might be cool.
Oh, did you hear what I just said before you popped up?
Yeah, I heard what you said. You know what,
man? The roof is falling in Dallas, bro.
I don't know why, because you know what? It's Jason Garrett's fault they lose, right?
Everything they're blaming Mike Nolan, bro, and these NFL coaches and ex-coaches are coming out of the woodworks blaming the Cowboy players, but they have no heart, bro.
No, man, it's Jason Garrett's fault. It's the coach they had the last 8 years or whatever. 9 years.
Garrett, bro.
It's his fault, but you know whose fault it really is?
The players and Jack.
And it's that goddamn 85-year-old owner they got, bro. Man, let me tell you something. That guy should have 6 or 7 Super Bowls right now. He should.
And Dallas has gone backwards, bro.
Jerry Jones should actually have. I mean, it's not like anybody can give the eyeball test and see that they have like talent on the field or whatever, right? Because they have talent. I mean, they swing at the fences like with D Law or whatever, gave him all that money, and he's not worth it. But for the most part, I mean, they have some talent on the field. But now they don't have a quarterback. I mean, I think the winner of that division may be 7-9 and maybe even 6-10. Man. The winner of the NFC East.
I think the difference between them and Seattle is something that I always say, bro. Once you get that chip, you know how to get it done. Cowboys have always been disappointments, bro. And the real reason is because from what I hear in Dallas, they are so pumped up, like they believe their own press clippings, bro.
Hey, those people are gonna be there, win, lose, or draw. They're buying all the merchandise, win, lose, or draw. They're gonna talk shit whether they win, lose, or draw. So,
Yep.
I mean, so and what I mean by it's all Jerry Jones' fault. And tell you, I'm not a Cowboys fan. I hate the Cowboys. That's why I know so much about them. But I hate the Cowboys so much. Well, it's Jerry Jones' fault simply because you can't. I mean, that's like a landing spot. Everybody wants to play for the Cowboys, right? Okay, you won't hire a competent coach to coach your team because you want to come down and interrupt his post game speech because you want to talk to the media first, or you want to like circumvent all everything he has going on as far as the culture goes in that locker room. Well, I mean, a team will never do anything. I mean, not as I mean, maybe when Steven takes over, but right now, nah, man. Jerry Jones is the problem. It starts at the top and it just leaks down to the bottom because that was like it's been like 20. What was that? Been like 27 years since they won. 26.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a long time, man. Especially to be like the so-called America's team. So,
Again, I think the big problem in Dallas is the players. I think that you got Michael Irvin acting like a fool every weekend, talking about they're gonna win this, they're gonna win that. And when you believe your own press clippings and in a city like Dallas, everybody's patting you on the back all the time. I'll give you an example what I mean. I'll do the complete opposite of what Dallas is there. You go to a place like Green Bay, if you're not living up to expectations, they're going to ask for someone's head to roll. That's just the way they do it up there because they live and die. They expect Super Bowl every year. Pittsburgh is a different story. Pittsburgh is because, how can I say this in Pittsburgh? They have made so much uh, credibility to their city, the fan base, the Rooney family. You ever see the house the Rooneys live in, bro?
no.
They live in a regular house in the hood.
Hmm.
They don't live in a mansion.
Oh, really?
No,
I didn't know
they
that.
they fit in with the fabric of Pittsburgh, bro. That's why their fan base. They live and die with them, but the opposite of the Cowboys. Green Bay is not like that, bro. Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers got roasted yesterday because of what happened, bro.
But those are like wins and losses. And I understand a fan base wanting to like hang the quarterback or just roast them or whatever they're going to do. But I mean, sometimes, like when you were mentioning Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh has one thing they have patience. And they have a fan base who's been used to patience and they will allow the patience to go on because a lot of cities would have been looking for Mike Tomlin's head a long time ago. You know, and one thing about Pittsburgh, I mean, a coach is a coach. You get the players, hire the coach to coach the players, right? If the
Yeah.
coach, if they will hold their players accountable, and they'll hold their players accountable way more than they'll hold a coach accountable. So they ride with the coach a whole lot more than a lot of cities do, but they never just overpay for their own players. So they don't really have that. They have Ben, but Ben is like the only true like alpha on that team or whatever, right? I mean,
I don't look at Ben Roethlisberger
well,
as an
but
alpha, bro.
but I'm just saying he's the only considered one on that team right now.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He is, yeah.
And that team was full of them, like guys that did their own thing, and they got rid of all of them. They got rid of all of them.
Yeah, I said this
Just
a couple of years ago, and people were laughing at me until it really blew up. I said Tomlin, because I saw it in Seattle. I said Tomlin, let the inmates run the asylum. Because every year Pittsburgh has about 8 or 9 Pro Bowlers, and it's a brother's locker room because he's a black coach. And because Ben Roethlisberger allegedly did what he did, he could not say shit to anybody in that locker room.
True.
And Tomlin lost control of the room. That's what happened. When you have three of the biggest stars in the sport in your locker room, bro, with Marquise Pouncey and Le'Veon and Antonio, yo, what are you going to do?
What they should have did is they should have won a Super Bowl when they had all those guys.
They should have beaten New England in the playoffs. Exactly. They didn't.
That's what should have happened. If they had got a Super Bowl with all that talent they had, when they had everybody in their prime, no one was over 30 years old probably, they should have won.
And you never hear of Ben Roethlisberger ever again because it would have been his two guys doing the performance, Le'Veon and AB.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it may speak to sometimes guys need to know where they may have a bread buttered at because I think Pittsburgh was willing to pay Le'Veon to be the highest paid running back in the league. They were already paying AB to be like a top 2 paid wide receiver in the league. But those guys, for some reason, and I can't understand, Mike Tomlin couldn't say, "Hey, bro, y'all getting paid. Why y'all still fucking the locker room up? You getting paid, bro." And that's why I feel how Mike Tomlin felt the Steelers. Because if those guys are going to get paid, there is no way there should have been so much dissension in that locker room. No way, period. So that's why I would be down on Tomlin.
Facts, bro.
Because those guys had a decent team. And they had to go up against Belichick and Brady, but that team, I mean, the Steelers had more talent, and everybody knows that.
Yeah,
everybody knows it. So,
yeah. I'm here with the great Lauro. He's with me. Yeah, bro. True, man.
Yeah, man. So what's been going on anyway, Mace? I see you've been doing a whole bunch of hours, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm just chilling in here. Going about my biz and as always, bro, and just chilling. Just taking care of what I gotta take care of. And it's like I said before, bro. I mean, I've been saying this like a broken record. But I'll say it to you, I haven't been up here that much in a while. I do this for you guys, bro. I don't, you come, you don't, you don't. I'm not going to stop the show. I mean,
Yeah, man. I see you putting in work, brother. I mean, it's commendable, man, because it takes a lot of time. Like during the day, I'll catch a stream or whatever, but, a lot of times I'll be driving or something like that. So
bro, I just did a 6.5 hour gig 2 hours ago.
Hey man, that's how you gotta do when you're trying to build a channel, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind doing it, It's just strange how my afternoon to early evening show was lit and my night show when I told guys I'll be back at 8:30. I'm glad I got you, not because I'm desperate, because I really appreciate you. It's like I told Tackman and Lou earlier tonight when they were the last ones out here. I said, but you two guys are two of my favorites, and I appreciate you. Every nigga in here know that you my boy, bro. I mean, I rock with you and War Master, bro.
Hey, Mace, let me tell you something, man. Here's the, nighttime is different than daytime per se. Now, one thing I will tell you about right now, man, you got everybody that's probably in the space going live or dropping content right now, right?
Yeah, Cooler's on right now. I was in there earlier. He's on right now.
But the reason why I come over here, Mace, is because I honestly like to chop it up about sports or whatever, right? So if I'm not like hanging out with my boys or something like that, man, I want to chop up sports or whatever, man, I come here because honestly tonight, I don't care about the gynocracy. I don't care about that crap. I mean,
Yo, what's good, Mace? What's good, Lauro?
Yo, what's
Hey,
up with it?
I had to stop real quick, Mace, to ask you a question because I want to know how you feel about this, and I don't know what y'all were talking about. I just joined, man. So you know what I was just thinking, Mace?
What's
This
up, bro?
man is Tua. I'm taking Dolphins. You already know football, Dolphins. Tua is finally better than a worn out Fitzpatrick. Is that what happened here? He had to wait till Fitzpatrick get worn out in order to be better. So what are we gonna get from him? Are we gonna get real better talent than Fitzpatrick, what he showed early on in the season? Because Tua couldn't pass that. We can't sit here and forget it was open competition. Tua wasn't better than the old journeyman early on until he lost his arm power. So what you think is going on? They
From
just
what
giving
I
it.
heard, from what they said on NFL Network today, earlier this afternoon, Fitzpatrick went up to Flores yesterday, told him, start the kid. It's his time. It's his franchise. Give him the keys. I got you to this far.
He took enough beating.
Yeah.
All right. I could dig that one, mates, because it's crazy to think, bro, how he couldn't just beat him outright, right? That's where I've been stuck at with this young. I know he's young, he's a rookie, but
He
still,
wasn't
what's
healthy
up
enough.
about Fitzpatrick? He
But the
wasn't.
players, you're going to love this one. The players went to Flores and the media and told them last week this kid is now picking up everything. Tackman, get your ass up here, bro. And Rashid, bro, you want to pop up? I'm going to drop the link. Thank you for you guys' compliments, bro.
Hey, Mace, what's this guy's name on the panel right now with us?
Pete.
Hey, Pete.
Yeah.
I hate you, man. Listen,
Why is
bro.
that?
If you can look at my avatar, right? If you can look closely, if you can see what team I'm a fan of, bro. Hey, man, you guys are going to get a top 3 or 4 draft pick off us this year, man. God damn.
Oh,
Bill
shit.
O'Brien, bro. I hate it, bro. I hate it, dude. I hate it. I hate it.
I know, man. It must be tough, man. And not looking forward to the draft is probably going to be the worst part of being a Texans fan. I got to agree with you.
I had to do the same thing last year, bro. We could have got Tunsil because we had to pay him, and that he's the highest left tackle in the league. We could have just gave him a first round and maybe a 4th or something, dude. That would have made me happy. We didn't have to give up 2 number 1s for that dude, man. And it's like they try to say we picked up Kenny Stills, and that's like a win. I mean, yeah, he's fast and he's quick and he can.
And you know what? To be honest with you, Laro, if I could be the GM, I would not have traded Tunsil regardless. That's just me, and that's what I would have done. I would have never got rid of him, and you would have been in a good place right now.
And I understand why you wouldn't have did it, because you know what? That's like one of the hardest positions to replace. But now we gave up 2 first rounders and other assets or whatever, right? To get it, and he's been playing decent this year. I will give him that. Sean has had a little bit more time to throw the ball. But we gave up a king's ransom for that guy, and not only the draft picks, it was that making him the highest paid player for that. I mean, that did it too, man. So
yeah.
Oh, man.
And I honestly think Tunsil is better suited for a pocket quarterback.
Pocket talk, man. It's crazy. In the chat room, he said, Mace, where's your Kenny Stills jersey?
Hey, but I'm at 1%, man. I just try to hear what you guys got to say. Keep this thing rolling. Mace, you to go. Laro, stay safe. All you guys stay blessed up here.
Yo,
right.
whenever Pete, I'm up here to midnight, so come back, bro.
I got you.
All right, bro. Mr. Rashid D, what's up, my friend? Welcome.
What's going on, Mace, man? I've been trying to check the channel out for a minute, man. I be back and forth on Cuda. I be driving trucks and stuff like that, man. I don't drive the big. Everybody think I drive Class A. I just drive box trucks. I just make my money that way.
It's an honor to have you, my friend. How are you?
I'm good, man. The honor is mine, man. I've been hearing your channel. I've been hearing that everything on Cuda, and I was like, man, I gotta come over there and show some love, man.
I appreciate you. I gave you a wrench earlier, bro.
Yeah, I seen. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, but
Hey, Mace.
What's
Mace,
up?
1 second, man. Hey, Rashid, I gotta ask you a question, and I'm gonna ask this because there's not a lot of people in the room, so I'm gonna ask you now. Hey, bro, I got a Class A, but I was looking into doing like some box trucks with the lift gate on the back, right?
Yeah.
I heard that Amazon, like right now, is like popping and booming with that. I mean, you think that's something good to go into? I mean, or whatever.
Hey, believe it or not, I'm actually doing that right now.
Okay.
Like I do that on the weekend. One of the guys I actually work for, that's why I'm gonna go ahead and get my own truck. Cause see, my whole thing, I got a plan of actually going ahead and get my CDL. Cause I've been driving box trucks for a minute. I
Okay.
just didn't really want to move up too fast. I mean, I know how to drive the Class A trucks a little bit. It just my whole biggest thing is backing up and hit my gears all the time. But I've been doing that ever since I was like in high school. Worked for a moving company for like over 20 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so but I got out of that, and then I just been driving box trucks ever since.
Hey, bro, but true believe, man, it's like this, dude. I want to get into the boxes in the box trucks or whatever, for Amazon purposes, but I can't find anybody to work.
I'm gonna tell you that,
Either everybody's smoking weed or they just don't want to work, bro. It's a fucking struggle, dude.
bruh.
Struggle.
The only reason I'm working with my friend is because of that main reason. See, he had his cousin come. Cousin had truck issues. He had his wife cousin come. This guy was lazy. This guy had Class A license, and I told him, I'm gonna tell you right now, when you hire this guy, you're gonna have a problem. And he was like, why? I said, a guy who has Class A license, why is he driving a straight truck for C license? I said, for one, you got to think about it. If this guy got Class A license, why he just don't go ahead and get him a job driving with his license? I said, there's something wrong with this situation. He wouldn't listen to me. He hired this guy. This guy worked 2 days and wanted to take a week off vacation. I was like, these young guys, man, they don't want to work. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. If you doing the route of getting that box truck, if you're not gonna drive it yourself, or you're gonna have somebody that that's responsible,
Yeah, that's my problem right
don't
now,
do it.
bro. That's
I'm
my
gonna tell you
problem
right now.
right now.
You will make the money in that Amazon, because like I told you, I do it now. And those routes, they have those hot routes, man. He had a hot route Saturday was $800, and I just missed that because he was gonna give me I think 400 to run that route to Alabama for him. I
Yeah,
already have.
bro. Yeah, bro. Cause they be looking, man. Amazon. One thing about it is it's ease delivery or whatever. So they be looking for those trucks with those lift gates. And I was doing my research on it, and I had a broker who I could hook up with. But man, one thing about it, man, you got to have people that's on time because Amazon looks bad. I mean, they frown upon late deliveries, and he told me that. So he said, if you're gonna get somebody reliable, it's like you need to really make sure this person is reliable because I have a whole nother job.
Yeah.
I do something totally different. So I'm not gonna be trying to deal with that. I'll be trying to manage that, So I can't do it because I don't even know anybody reliable, bro. I try to get them, but I don't know anybody reliable.
Hey, I'm telling you, it's hard because every young guy I know I tried to put into this business of driving trucks. Like these guys want to work at McDonald's. They want to do, like, I know a young guy right now. He used to do boots on the cars and everything. That was like the most easiest laid back job. So now he got accustomed to really not working. And I told him, like, up to his face, I said, you done got lazy. And the bad part about it, he admitted, he was like, yeah, you right. And I'm like, so you happy with that? I'm telling you.
Hey, look, what you got to do is like what I would do. It didn't work, by the way. You show them a settlement, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, brother, this is what you can make if you get your shit together, bro. They still don't care. Don't care. They don't give a fuck. I can sit up and tell somebody, hey, look, bro, I made $3,700 this week. This is how you can do it. They don't care, bro. I don't. And here's one thing about it. Now, I don't knock anybody that smokes weed, but when we were growing up, everybody says it's like hinders your self-drive or whatever, right? Now, I don't think that's all marijuana, the way I heard it, but they say it like hinders your like ability to get the fuck up and go out here in the world and get it or whatever, right? So because they're gonna put guys through a drug test or whatever, right? And now since it's going like to hair samples and shit like that just to get in the door, I mean, it's like since the country is turning like so different, like everybody's open and like smoking weed or whatever, right? It's like, damn, what about the business of getting stuff from point A to point B?
But see, that's the whole point. Like a lot of these guys, they so focused on that like the weed aspect, they're not worrying about making money. And they get caught up, because that's why they're actually trying to push those laws to where you can't, what I'm saying, use the weed and everything as a hindrance from hiring these guys. As long as they don't smoke on the job, that it's just like drinking. You get caught drinking on the job, you're gonna get in trouble, reprimanded. Same thing with this weed thing. That's where they're trying to push it. See, if they make it more relaxed to where as long as you can have it in your system and not actually do it on the job, because these trucks now they putting cameras in the trucks to the point where they drive. I had a guy, he was eating a burger, and they called him on the phone, say they was looking at the camera, seeing him eating a burger, and they was like, man, that hinders your driving.
Hey, you know what? Let me tell you something. I think I told you Mace this other day. A guy ran into my trailer a few days ago.
Yeah.
And he has my trailer out of service right now. And he was like, when I was talking to him, he was exchanging information. Like the police had to come out and everything because he really fucked the trailer up. But when we were talking, he was like, "Hey, is this your insurance company calling me?" I'm like, "Dude, we haven't even exchanged information yet." Right? Like this guy ran into me like going like 60 or 70 miles an hour, right?
Yeah.
I'm lucky he's alive, right? But he was like, "Is your insurance company calling me?" I'm like, "Dude, we haven't even exchanged information yet." And then it caught on in my mind. I was like, "Oh yeah, hey dude, you just had 5 airbags deployed in your car. Your insurance company is calling you to find out what the fuck happened." Exactly, right? So, man, it's like that insurance is so like difficult, man. I won't even deal with the guy, bro, unless you want to come on and can pass a half sample test, because I can't deal with you if you want to smoke weed the night before and come to work. I'm not finna put myself in that liability like that.
Yeah.
I mean, so yeah, that was a trucking convo, Mace. I mean, I know I steered off a little bit, so I had to see what he was talking about with the box trucks or whatever, because I'm very interested in that. But I'm gonna leave it alone because I can't find anybody to work, bro.
It's good money. I'm telling you, man. That's like I'm actually gonna start up get me a truck, put a guy in there. But my biggest thing is I'm looking at guys who I can actually train up in it and kind of get them with that mindset. If I can get a couple of guys, like I know my cousin for one. This guy's in jail now, so once he get out, I got him.
Hey,
That's the way to get him,
bro. At least, for the most part, at least if you know that they coming out, maybe they may have a drive to catch up to where they should be if they never had got locked up. Maybe because most guys I know that go to prison or whatever, or jail, when they come out, they looking like fucking a decade younger than everybody else around them, right? Because they're not used to that hard life. So, yeah, that is a good route. It is a good route to go.
And see, that's the only reason I'm actually gonna work with him, because for one, when he comes out, he's gonna have to be on probation, so he's gonna need a job. So I know he's not gonna be smoking weed. I know he's not gonna be trying to get in any trouble, because he's gonna go right back in. So that's one of the main reasons I'm gonna actually get that truck and put him in there, just for that purpose. So I know he's not gonna be smoking. I know he's not gonna be doing anything crazy. And after that, probation period, then I have to worry about that. That's when I have to cross that bridge. But other than that, I know if I can get a truck, put him in there, and knowing he needs a job for probation, knowing he can't smoke or anything because he got a CDPO and everything. So I got him for at least about a year or so on good standards.
Okay.
That's how I'm looking at it. Because with a lot of these other guys, man, they do not want to work. I got a guy right now. He called me. He told me to go get my Class B. He got a job right now for me working for Racetrack through Penske, making about $1,200 to $1,400 a week. All I got to do.
Those fuel box sales, then, right?
Huh?
Or you said Racetrack or Raceway?
No, Racetrack.
Those are fuel box trucks or whatever.
Yeah, they have some type of contract. Penske, I think Penske has some type of contract thing that they deal with different companies.
Okay.
And so what he explained to me is he works up under Penske, but they have contracts, I guess, delivering for Racetrack. They pick up their stuff in their trucks and then drop them off. So basically, like QT, how QT has their own trucking company, but I guess Racetrack or whoever
Hey,
they outsource.
hey, Rasheed,
Yeah,
hold up for a second.
yeah.
Hey, Mace.
What's up, bro?
Yeah, man. Hey, bro, I don't want you to pass out for 5 hours, man. So I was just trying to get your attention, bro. It's like you about to gnaw it off, man.
Oh,
Take your ass-
you guys keep talking about the trucking game. Guys,
Yeah,
Dodgers up 2-0.
that's
Bellinger just
cool,
hit a
mate. But
2-run
I'm
home.
saying you've been known to go ahead and gnaw it off and sleep if we boring you.
I did that earlier. Yo, Lou, what's up, bro? Rashid, Commandante Lou gave you a shout out, bro. He said, "What do you deliver? You work with Postal, UPS, FedEx, Amazon." He wants to know, Rashid, who you drive for in the chat room.
Okay, so actually, I work for like two big carriers. I work for Uline and I work for Amazon. On the weekend, I drive for Amazon, and during the week, I actually drive for Uline.
What part of the country you from, brother?
Georgia.
Oh, okay, he's in the South. All right.
Yeah. So
Good for you,
basically,
by the way, bro.
yeah, I be grinding, man. So like with that Amazon, I just drop straight to the post office.
Yeah, I hear you, bro.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Lyle. Keep talking about trucks with my brother Rashid. Welcome to the chat again, my brother.
Yep. Thank you. But yeah, it's no issue, man, with that Amazon because all you doing is hitting the dock. You know, most of the time, only reason they ask for the lift gate every now and then when they close, they have like little storage sheds out where they make you put them in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, man, you go dock to dock. That's it.
Yeah, it's easy. I mean, but when guys get together and Amazon start doing that trucking thing big time or whatever with their logistics, I think their rates are gonna go up. I
Yeah.
feel that way, but a lot of guys may feel like their rates are going to be stagnate and stay still because of so much steady work or whatever. And that's the one thing about Amazon because everybody wants to ship things. Amazon uses everybody.
Yeah.
The government, they use FedEx, they use UPS. I mean, because people want their things and they want it like as soon as possible or whatever, right? So that's one thing about Amazon. I mean, their rates are not the best, but they're like super consistent and super steady, and they have so much work. You can like go on these load boards. I've seen it. Like they have all kind of work, but having somebody to fulfill that role is a big thing. And one thing I can say to you, Rashid, it's kind of like, bro, guys these days, I mean, I understand because the era I came up in at, I used to think that like $20 an hour was a lot of money, right? But until I came of age, I just realized, God damn, that's not really a lot of money. I mean, not when you want to like do a lot of things you want to do. And I have to like measure things to keep the overhead down. So I can't pay a guy that. I really I can't do it. There is no way I can do it. I mean, I might as well just say I'll work in my own truck and drive every day and do my own thing before I can just like constantly see myself paying somebody over market rate for just bumping the dock all day. Because a bump a dock all day job at the most, that's $20 an hour. Now, if you want to do something a little extra than that when you don't have a CDL, of course. But once you get like a hazmat, once you get your doubles and triples, once you get at least 2 years up under your belt with driving with no accidents, no incidents, that's another thing, incidents. Okay, we can start talking about $23. We can start talking about $25. But if you green in the game, like you just starting out, and you don't even have a class A, bro, you're getting $16 an hour, man. And you got to prove yourself too. You got to prove it because we can have 3-month reviews, but I don't want to pay somebody so much money and you quit on me once you get a fat check. You feel me on that, Rashid?
Yeah, I hear you on that. The crazy part is a lot of guys don't even start at 16. If you got a little experience, cool. But minimum is like at least 13. I know in the South, They try to push $12 on guys that's green, but they ain't got no choice because they don't know nothing.
But here's the thing though. Here's the thing. If I want somebody, if I get that box truck, and I go to a staffing service, that staffing service is going to charge me $25 an hour. And that's the crazy thing about it, because that staffing service is going to make sure that all those guys are clean, all those guys can drive, they have no accidents, they don't have any like dirty urines or whatever. But it's a premium and a service that comes with it. And they're going to charge you a grip to get a decent driver. And if you like that driver, it's going to be like a balloon payment to get that driver from them and put him onto your staff. So those are the things those are some of the things. But I just wanted to talk to you about that box truck thing because you mentioned it or whatever. But yeah, you pretty much confirmed everything I've been going through lately. You pretty much confirmed it. So
yeah, like I said, man, I wouldn't even deal with it if you don't have nobody that's in play that's pretty good. I wouldn't even deal with it because that's the main thing with a lot of guys down here in Georgia. They having issues with. They get guys green, wrecking their truck. Like, to be honest, one of the guys like peeled the cap back off of this guy's truck. He just bought the truck probably 4 months ago, and the guy bust the whole box out, and something happened where he messed up the motor.
damn. Yeah, I know what you mean, because that's another thing about finding somebody who's going to take care of your equipment. And you don't realize that you can't hire like too many people who are too green, because if they have too many accidents, you'll get dropped by your insurance. And you can't keep going around to different insurance companies dropping 10 racks trying to get insured. So that fucks you up as well. And then when those guys have an accident, they just quit, right? Yeah, they're like, hey man, look, I'm going over here this way. They just quit on it. So it's kind of hard starting some things up, but I just wanted to check your mind on it, because I'm not very familiar with the box truck thing, but I just know that Amazon is really hitting right now, and if you can do it yourself, that's a good investment, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm in the process of doing right now. I was actually trying to get me a lease truck, kind of do like a lease to purchase deal. And I've been running to a lot of good companies that actually I can lease the truck through them. It'll be kind of high per month, but I won't have the maintenance issues because they'll have all that maintenance issue take care of. All I have to do is pay for tires.
You are absolutely right, bro, because I just heard about a guy told me to hook up with Ideal, right? Because Ideal, like, they would take care of everything. Ideal lease, they'll come out if you break down, they'll come out, fix it, they'll do a lot of things. But like you just said, that payment is a lot every month, but you might be protected on the back end because of a lot of maintenance that has to be done on a vehicle at times.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You've heard the same thing I've heard, man. Yeah. Hey, if I can find somebody to work, bro, I gotta do it. If I can find somebody to work, but it's so hard trying to find somebody that wants to work.
Yeah, because it's a company that actually that I'm talking to. It's a small private company. They charge about $1,200 a month. And the crazy part is, like, I know a guy. He actually bought a truck. His payments ain't nothing but I think $600 a month, and he's actually buying it. And out of that, he done spent a total of what, $5,000 already within that 8 months of owning that truck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm like, with me, I'm paying this $12 a month, but I'm good. Like, he had something wrong with the intakes. He had to get those cleaned out. He's still having an issue with the filter on this transmission. The filter on the transmission keeps going some issue, and he went and got all the PMs done on him and found out that issue was keep reoccurring. Even though he changed the filter, he's still having a problem with that filter on the transmission.
So he's buying it outright. Yeah, I you know what? And that's one thing that I can say, because I know that a chick that works for man, what's the name of it? For Advantage, right? I think that's the name of the company,
Advantage. I'm not sure, but it's like one of the main. It's a Penske. I can't think of the name of it right now. And she said like you can get the
my rider.
not Ryder. It's not Ryder. It's not Penske. It's the other major one. They do rentals. I can't think of the name of it right now. I'm drawing a blank right now.
Not Enterprise or Budget.
No. They actually do commercial rentals for boxes.
Okay.
They do it for CDL. I mean, tractor trailers and everything. I just can't think of the name of it right now.
Okay.
It might be Advantage, but I can't think of it right now. But she was saying like, well, if you want to come get a tractor trailer or whatever, right? The price is $2,500 per month.
Yeah.
And with that $2,500, they take care of everything. And I know a lot of large fleet companies, they'll use those companies because okay, $2,500. Anything major goes wrong, you gotta fix it. If anything besides like what you basically said, the tires fuck up, they gotta do it. Gotta get towed, they pay for it. All the little minor details. So it was like $2,500 for like a tractor trailer. So I would think like a box truck or something like that, it would probably be half the price. I mean, one thing about that lease game is all those things are like tax deductible. Everything you pay is deductible. All your downtime, everything is deductible.
Yep.
You know,
and then it's to the point where if anything goes wrong, say like you have an issue where you got to close the company down, you're not stuck with that truck. You can always just cut the contract, walk away from the deal. You good. I mean, if you buy that truck, then you have to. I know a guy right now.
Jefferson,
He's
get
in
your
the
ass up
process
here.
of trying to push that. He's in the process of trying to push his truck off because he had driver after driver like kind of mess him over so bad. His friend, he was lucky. He got two drivers that he dealt with out I think a couple of years, 2 or 3 years of some drive. But his friend got into the business, bought a truck, and he got bad driver after bad driver. Now he's selling his truck. He couldn't compete. And this guy has nothing. He has no kind of ties with trucking, never knew about it. He just did it because of his friend told him how profitable it was. And he had a lot of leftover money like he want to put into something.
hey, you know what, Rashid? Let me tell you something right now. I gotta be honest with you.
Yeah.
And this is just about trucking and about me talking about trucking to everybody else, right? Now I wanted to actually start a channel, right? And shout out to Ty City, right? Because I mean, me and Ty City had to talk about this or whatever when he was doing his little trucking thing on Sundays or whatever, right? Because I was like, because I saw he didn't have the time to consistently do it. I was like, man, let me take over the trucking stream, right? But the thing is about this, and Mace is proving it right now, this shit is boring in a motherfucker, right? Mace falling asleep on it, right? He really is, man. So I wanted to start like a trucking channel, but man, don't nobody want to hear about this shit, man. Unless you're a trucker, bro. I mean, real talk, man. I mean, so you know, I was actually I actually wanted to start a channel, but I mean, bro, I'm not trying to put people to sleep.
But see, that's the whole thing. You gotta like. This is the thing about with Cuda. When I was on there with Mace, that's why I told him I jump on Cuda panel, man, and I get on there and they get to talking about everything. Just because your channel's gonna be about trucking, you can talk politics, you can talk sports. You know what I'm saying? Because trucking, man. I mean, to be honest, only thing good about trucking that you can really talk about is them horror stories out there on the road.
Or the money.
The money is gonna be good, but they're gonna be bored about the money. That's not a good thing.
See, if I was on the road, bro, I might be pulling up to fucking truck stops, fucking looking at all these dudes thirsting at the lot list, bro. If I was on the road, if I was like a young Jay, I think young Jay's still on the road. If I was like a young Jay on the road, I'd be like filming all these old nasty ass lot lists going up to these white boys trucks or whatever, doing anything. I just be on some complete shit like that. I know fasting is out there. But look, I'm not going out on the road ever. I don't like that. I'm not just to fucking be brushing my teeth in the restroom next to somebody taking a shit. I don't like it. I don't like that. I didn't like it when I was doing it, and there's no way I would ever go back to the road life. Man, those guys on the road, bro, I got a lot of respect for them.
Pay that $10 for brush your teeth in the shower room.
Oh yeah, you got it. With the shower, you know what? Hey, look, I had so many showers on my car, bro. I used to take a shit. I would, man, just to take a shit, I would go in and be like turning the shower, turning one of my showers or whatever. So back then. Yeah, bro, because I don't want to, man, I hate public rest. I mean, the thing
I
is,
hate public bathrooms too.
I think I'm like a little OCD or whatever, right? So I didn't want to be out there like eating off the buffet that all the truck. Man, I didn't want to do that. So my life was not conducive to being on the road. And that was just because, man.
Thank you, baby girl.
And nasty is not conducive to one particular group or ethnicity in the country, right? But man,
right about it.
But if you saw some of the things that some of those white boys was doing in those truck stops, man, like, god damn, man. It's like some Neanderthal type shit going on out there, bro.
It's a dude that I used to work with, and this guy literally would go every time. We'll see him. He'll go in the bathroom, take a piss. Now, if you go in there with him, everybody, you go to the restaurant, like, yeah, you finna go get ready to wash your hands so you can eat. He goes in the bathroom, pisses, come out of the stall, wipe his mouth, and go straight to the buffet. And so,
yeah, bro.
This is not one time, but every time he do that, we get on him, and the first thing he say, I don't touch my dick when I piss. And I'm like, dude, you must have the smallest penis. I mean, like, dude, you gotta take it out.
He is white. Is he white?
Yeah, he is.
Well, there you go.
Like,
and I'm like, that's nasty. It's nasty. He like, I don't touch my dick when I piss. I was like, you're lying, you nasty little. Like, you get on him so bad, but every time I'm like, dude, you would think after us getting on him like 3 or 4 times,
they don't care, bro. They don't care. They don't care.
Like, then he was touching the spoon.
It's not about you wiping your dick. What if you didn't have to shake your dick out? If you didn't have to, you got to touch the fucking door handle going into the restroom. You got to touch the fucking door handle coming out the restroom. You got to touch it, man. Bro, there's no price in the world.
You know what, Laurel? You talk to Rashid about this shit. I'm gonna go lay down, bro.
Nah, bro, you ain't gotta go lay down, man. We can go.
I'm gonna lay down, bro. Yo, don't worry about it. I'll be watching on my phone,
bro.
Man. Go talk about trucking, bro. It's better for me. I get to rest and watch a little of the World Series. Okay.
Hey, Mace, bro. This shit like bores most people.
Who cares, man?
You don't know about trucking life, bro. You would never hear about this. That's why I would never go on the road again for any amount of money. No way, bro. I like sleeping in my bed, taking a shower in my bathroom every night. I like seeing my family. It is no way I would ever get back out there. If it's like maybe if I'm going from the house, maybe 1, maybe 2 nights a week at the most, I might do that. But I don't. That life is for like guys 22, 23, 24, maybe up to 30. Maybe up until 30. But some guys in life, man, there's some guys out here that, you know what, I'm not shitting on it. I don't like the life. There are some guys out here that are multi-millionaires just because they can stand this trucking life. I can't, bro.
It's crazy, but I told a couple of people I know, they went to jail and stuff, and I told them, I said, these companies are actually gonna hire you to drive trucks. All you gotta do, keep yourself clean, don't get in no trouble. You got a house to stay in while you're on the road. You don't have to pay no mortgage. Like, literally, it was a guy I used to work with at this moving company. It was 2 guys. One guy, he actually drove the truck. The other guy was his helper. The guy who drove the truck lived in the truck. So the guy who was his helper used to always get mad because the truck stunk because that was his own. But this guy literally retired, I think, a year or something ago, and I was talking to some guys from Jersey where he was from. They said, man, this dude bought a $500,000 house up there. It just blowing out. And then the helper, this guy was from some little small country, like, I don't want to say Dominican, but some little small island or something. and he was sending his money back and forth over there to the country. This dude like completely balled out. He went over there, had a house built, then took a whole bunch of cars he bought in America and shipped them over there. And like he said, he's about to go back over there and retire and live like a king, man. He has his house built.
Of
He has a
course.
couple of cars over there, everything.
Of course. Bro, hey, everybody here, you can somebody, if you want to have my idea, you can't really have it. I'll take credit for it. Mace, the first video, Rashid, the first video that I was gonna do on my channel, right, was why XD boys thrive so well in the trucking industry. Because it's all about fucking hustling, man. It's all about hustling. I mean, you got so many guys that come into the field, or so many it's not even about drug dealers, right? It's just guys with a hustler's mentality. Because trucking is nothing but a hustler mentality. You look on the load board, grab a load, run a load there. You find the next load, run it there. And these for the guys that are on the road. Man, there are guys that are fucking multi-millionaires just from fucking getting the authority and brokering their own loads, find their own loads. So I don't knock the on the road hustle. Man, the on the road hustle, you will make, and I don't want to call it hustle. If you're a truck driver on the road and you want to be an owner operator and you want to get your own authority, it is a good chance if you have a good work ethic, you will become a millionaire.
Yeah. Look,
No
I mean
doubt. No
that's
doubt.
my whole plan, man. I'm only gonna get out there and do it for about 3 years, maybe tops. Like I told my wife, I said, man, if I go drive trucks out there, I'm gonna actually be on the road driving and stuff like that. But I'm taking 2 or 3 months off out the whole year. I mean, you could do that with the money you make. Hey, just don't live above your means. A lot of guys, that's the whole thing. The more money that they make, the more bills they accumulate. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that hustler's mentality, man. That's the biggest thing when it comes to the truck.
You know what? There are certain guys like MOT. I give him his props. I give some other guys and his you know what? The next guy I think is probably next up because I'm not gonna fuck the names. But what I would like to say is when you like strategically look at certain things as far as like the avenues you want to go into, it's like fuck failure. Sometimes you got to have a certain amount of money in your cachet or whatever, right? You got to have a little bit held back. And I always believe that, but I had some change saved back trying to hit the little box truck lick or whatever, right? But I don't think that panned out because I couldn't find anybody that worked for me. But what I want to say is that once you have things down, you have a little nest egg saved up or whatever, and you see an opportunity that you can pounce upon, especially in the trucking industry or whatever, when you can get a contract. Hey man, like it's like the world is your oyster, bro, and it really is. So, man, I might start my trucking channel, but if I started, I want to be serious about it. I would really like to be serious about it because I'm not trying to give false advice. I'm not trying to give fugazi advice. I would just like to tell guys, look, if you do this, and this, I guarantee you in 5 years, you would never imagine where you would be. And I would put that up against any tech guy that tells somebody to go to school for 5 years. I would put that against anybody in the entire manosphere. This trucking thing, bro, I can teach and tell you how to make a bag, like a real bag. And it's not really hard. It's just about being efficient and having a work ethic. It's not really that hard. You can make money. Everybody can make money. So
Yeah, because in the end, man, this a $1 billion industry. Because like I told the guys, when everything shut down, truck drivers are still moving.
right.
Restaurant closed, I mean, everything. It was a guy I know, he works for Kroger's. Man, this guy, he was doing so much overtime. He said when it came down to DOT, he said, to be honest, they weren't even sweating him on the damn hours and shit. He said DOT wasn't even messing with him.
Yeah, because it's like when they had those hurricanes or whatever, they have like a special amendment to where they waive all those hours of service laws. They just like to do everything else. They waive all those laws, and you can work as much as you want to, whenever you want to, ripping and running. And I'm in fuel, right? So they will allow that fuel like rip and run up and down the road because so many countries can't get fuel because they have to shut down those pipelines because of hurricanes, shut down pipelines because of storms or whatever, right? So they will hire fuel companies from down south run the fuel up there, right? So when those what's the word for it? Like the uncommon things that happen, like the anomalies of nature or whatever, right? Natural disasters or whatever. The natural disaster, I don't want to talk too much about this shit. But the natural disaster thing about making money, bro, it's so many contracts to cover, like FEMA or whatever. Guys don't even know. That's why I would like more brothers in the space to get into like government contracting because it's so many jobs out there. If you don't want to work for somebody, there's so many things you can do. There's so many contracts, and I'm not gonna even break those contracts down because I don't even know how. I'm weak in that. But there's so many things that go down in the industry of transportation that I don't think a lot of guys did even know how to tap into it. I don't even know how many ways it is, right? Because I was sitting up here asking you, Rashid, about the Amazon blast. So if it's either me or somebody else that creates a platform where we can like exchange ideas, it has to be done because this is still a manosphere space, right? And there's so many truck drivers in this space to where we should be giving. I mean, we need like 15 brokers. We need a lot of things in this space because there's no reason why we should have to look outside of anybody else. Because, bro, you gave me you gave me at least $30,000 worth of game by telling me about the Amazon where I could save money. Now I could tell you this later, like on the private stream or something, because I was thinking about other things, but you basically confirmed something that everybody's been telling me. Unless I can find a competent driver who's maybe younger or maybe coming out of a bad situation, it's no reason for me to even think about doing that. So, I mean, it's like a wealth of information if someone wants to get some trucking. But like I say, man, this subject about trucking, it gets guys like so like bored. I mean, because we're not talking about women up in here. We're talking about making money. So, I mean,
And the crazy part is, you gotta understand, most of the guys in this space don't want to deal with that. But without a doubt, Erica Williams, it's a lady named Erica Williams on YouTube.
I know
She burning the trucking industry up right now, dog. She got a lot of guys getting in the truck and buying their trucks. Like she had a course to where she was getting $5,000 and all that, 10,000 from people, gave them the paperwork, all that stuff. See, a lot of guys who's doing it, they getting over on them. But she put everything down. She showed them the information, showed them the paperwork, put all their names on the business plan. I mean, business accounts, a lot of stuff that she did. Man, these people getting their checks from her ain't even worrying about it. And see, a lot of guys try to implement that same kind of plan, but they shiesty. So it makes a bad taste in the mouth for guys who want to invest into something like that, where she's finding drivers and she's doing pretty good. And she asked the questions and all that stuff to get the drivers, on board and, running in good standing. A lot of guys don't want to put in that work. That's the issue with this whole.
I mean, that's one thing that's been my major hindrance, whatever, being able to fetch
actual drivers. And when you're trying to vet somebody, and when you want to in a small business, it's like 10 times harder, right? Because I don't have the wiggle room for you to go out there and task some shit up. A big carrier, they have the wiggle room for you to get out there and do, you're learning on the job as you go. You might be tearing things up, bumping docks, scraping things up, tearing shit up. But when you're a small business owner, you don't really have the leeway for all those fuck ups, for lack of better terms. So yeah, hey Rasheed, man, look, I don't want to make to fall asleep, but we can switch it up right now, man. I would love to chop it up with you with this truck and shit later.
Laro, keep talking to him about the trucking, bro.
Hey,
Just don't mention toilets.
Hey, Mace, here's one thing about trucking, and this is why I'm kind of hesitant about starting a trucking channel. Man, bro, to the layman, this bores everybody, bro. It really does. And I understand that it bores everybody. Nobody wants to hear about that trucking. No, bro, we can talk about sports, man, because the thing is, I'm talking about trucking. I mean, we've been talking about trucking for like 30, 45 minutes.
Go ahead,
bro. I'm even bored by this shit. I'm bored by it. I'd rather talk about sports and bitches and all of those shit.
Bro, if that was the case, you wouldn't have been talking about it in the first place.
I had a commonality with a big guy, with Rasheed. I just met Rasheed in the space. Rasheed, you're a cool dude. So that's why I was chopping it up with Rasheed or whatever, right? But other than that, most people don't care about this, man.
Yeah.
I hate to say this to you, Laro. I hate to say this to you, bro.
Yeah,
Lou is right in the chat room. There's more niggas who like this trucking more than you think, bro.
Hey, bro, let me tell y'all something. Lou, if I start a trucking channel, even though I'm not on the road, I live in a big city. Shout out to my H-Town. And I might start driving around to the big truck stops and just fucking around showing y'all how these thirsty ass motherfuckers be behind these lot livers out here. I think that's something that man appreciate more than talking about trucking.
See, that's what actually, to be honest, my channel that I got right now, like if you type in my name Rasheed D, my channel basically I just give like little inspiration about trucking and telling people to actually, get into the field. I'm like, what you got to lose, man? You don't even need, like I tell guys, you can go flip a burger at McDonald's or you can drive a truck. You don't have a boss over your neck because when you in that truck, you on your own. Know what I'm saying? And then, like I tell people, man, it's therapy, dog. I'm in that truck driving. I can play my music or I can sit there and be quiet, think about stuff. I got my plans, what I want to do, stuff like that. Even with the sport, how y'all talk about sport, get into it.
You know what though, Rasheed, though? You can start a YouTube channel from the truck. You can make because I mean, I don't know what happened to him because I used to follow this guy. His name was Trucker Brown. You know him, Rasheed?
Nah, I don't know.
Okay, well, it was a guy that O'Shea introduced to the space a couple of years ago. Now, Trucker Brown, he went around to like different truck shows and all that. But I'm not in trucking like that. I don't care. I care about trucking from the fact that it can change my life and I can make money, right? So, I mean, some guys are like really into the life of trucking. They love trucking. I got a homeboy. He loves trucking. He won't give up the road for anything. He got bitches in fucking Nebraska, all along the little bread basket. He has women all across Memphis and that little North Memphis, Arkansas, that little triangle right there. I mean, he enjoys himself when he's out of town and doing things. If he on a weekend on a Sunday, he goes to a game, NFL game. He goes to baseball games. I didn't enjoy it, but there are some guys who love being out there. There are some guys who love the challenge. I mean, especially since Tinder and POF hooked up, man, he's in paradise. Man, he pull up at a different city, got somebody scooping him up from the truck stop, and he just doing his thing, bro. I mean, if our favorite out of town team is playing, if Texans playing in Nashville that weekend. He gonna pull over in Memphis, and he gonna rent a car, drive over to fucking Nashville, and enjoy himself. So it's a lot of guys that enjoy that life. I per se, I don't like that life. I want to be at the home. I want to be at home.
Yeah, but it's a lot of money in that space, man. It's just like I say, getting these people to actually get in there and work. That's the biggest thing, because everybody wants the money, but don't want to put in the work. And in trucking, you make good money. It's all about your work ethic, though.
Yeah.
Like you said, the hustlers that drive them trucks, man, they make the money. The guys that just do them regular little smaller loads here and there, like MOT. The guy he talks about how he dispatches for other drivers and everything. He know how to run the loads to make it better suit the driver.
Hey, bro. As far as I'm concerned, MOT could be the number one guy in trucking as far as handles his spaces, bro. But I mean, hey, he's involved.
When it comes down to the sports, see, this is the big thing. What Mace got right now, these truck drivers be on the road. If he starts and they hitting on Mace channel, knowing when he's coming on, jumping on there. That's how Cuda has a lot. Like, look at Fasting. He jumped on Cuda channel because Cuda be doing those long screen, those late night screens. Hell, especially between the hours, the midnight hours, driving, that third shift that he does. Those drivers, man, they be up, half of them be half asleep. Yeah. They get to hit that road, they find out about the channel. Especially Mace talk about sports. Don't let you have a diehard sports team and they get on there and get to talking. Man, they'll go all day. See,
well, let me tell you something.
That's one of the reasons why, Rashid, I do it. Because when I used to call satellite radio, that network was built for the truckers on the road.
Yeah.
And the old sports station there fell off completely to me. So I said, when I found out about YouTube, I said, let me do my own shit, entertain the truckers on the road. Everybody else was interested. Man.
Hey, Mace.
What's up?
Mace and Rashid, if y'all remember, who knows if y'all do, but I'm going to share something I remember. Jamie Foxx had the Foxhole Network on Sirius back in the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I was just starting to drive back then.
Wayne, come up, bro.
Man, bro, this was like 2004, 5, 6, when the Foxhole was just 7, 8. I mean, I don't remember exactly which year, but it was early, bro. And those programs on Sirius, man, that was all for the truckers, bro. All of that stuff was all for the truckers. Those guys had that little big ass little piece sticking outside the truck or whatever, that big ass antenna trying to keep satellite radio, bro. I remember all that shit because that's when I was on the road, bro. But this space right here, because it's so many people coming in, right? But here, this is how I look at it. I'm a truck driver, right? Okay. Angry man, you entertain me, bro. And I like you. So I will bless you. Right? I bless a lot of people in this space just because they might keep me up, even though I'm at home now, right? I don't go on the road, but I'm still driving trucks 10, 12 hours a day. So you guys entertain me. So yes, it's my duty, I think, because I'm going to support the people who I like, right?
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, it's a lot of other things that come into this space, and I try to I don't like all this stuff that goes on, right? I mean, this is not a truckers panel, but there's a lot of truckers that drop a lot of serious bread in the manosphere. Yep, a lot of serious bread, and we really do have a voice here. But I don't think the voice, because I don't really care about a lot of stuff that goes on, man. Because Mace, I've told you before, I don't like talking about black people.
Wayne, that woman does not know who Tua is. Continue, Laro. Talk with Rashid about trucking, bro.
And I've told you before, Rashid, I don't like talking about black women, bro. I'm not finna sit here and get shit on
my people all day, every day, just say what they do. I don't like doing it. If that's somebody's real brother, go ahead. But I don't like doing it. And I've never done it since I've been in this space for the last 2.5 years. So I just don't like shitting on people or whatever, right? So I'm not gonna, and I understand that if you want to give that work to somebody that hurt you in your life, I understand that. But I've got this. I felt like I want to give somebody that work. I don't want to get on a public platform and just shit on my people, male or female, because that's something that's going to be a stain that's going to last forever. That's why, Mace, I don't want to come on here talking about black women because that's going to be able to be heard maybe by my daughter in 30 years. I think this way about her mother. So I don't want to do that. So I think heavy and hard about that.
That's the craziest part. Like I've actually reached out. I've talked to the guy Smooth that is in the manosphere. Him and that guy Kane Star 178 God Allah. And he talks about, what I'm saying, the 5%ers, that type of nation, how he got into the knowledge and started learning about it. But he's a hood dude, street dude. And then
That's
you got
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. So, I holler at him and everything. We actually met up in person.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, I was like, that's my thing. So many guys in this space, they talk about building and making the change, but it only stays on YouTube. It's very few guys that actually met up, did some work together that I know of. And if they have done something, I haven't heard about them.
Hey, bro, it's not happening because you know
And
what? I think pigs will be flying before we have a Black Manosphere convention. Like
yeah,
real talk, bro. That shit would never happen because dude's gonna be talking about having a private basketball game. We gonna run 5-on-5.
That's your problem. You just said
Or
it.
they gonna
You
be
just
talking
said what
about,
the problem is
or
right
they gonna
there.
be talking about fighting. It's
No,
gonna be
what
fighting or
you
playing
just
basketball.
said, the problem right there when you said they were a private basketball game. Not a basketball game that invites any of the brothers from the manosphere to show up. A private basketball game. When these clowns have their meetings, it's private meetings. So you know what you
exactly.
do? You know what you do? You just say, fuck you, I'll do me, fuck all of you, and I keep it moving. I don't need none of you motherfuckers. I don't need the bullshit. And you
Yeah, because
keep it moving.
dude, they suppress each other channels, man. I'm sitting here like
Yes.
Art the Star, like Art is on now. This guy, he talks the real deal. He doesn't bash the women. He always looking for answers.
All
If we
right,
have
Dwayne.
issues with the women, let's find out what are the issues and let's help to correct them. If we have issue with the men, let's look at the men, let's
Hey,
correct them.
hey, look, you talking about Arthur Edmore?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I plan on going over there more. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I deal with Art on a simple fact is Art to me is one of the only people in the manosphere that's trying to get a solution and he's trying to be biased to where he's working with everybody. Like when the women come on this panel, he don't suppress the women because like I tell guys, how are we gonna get an understanding and work with these women, but we suppress what they say to
Well,
us
can
and
I comment
everything
on
else.
that?
Go
Can I
ahead.
comment on that? And there's a certain beautiful lady in the
I
in
mean,
the
damn,
chat
man,
room.
Mace, you don't have to ask, bro. It's your channel, bro. So you got
No,
you
cause
don't have to ask, bro. You don't have to
no,
ask.
because I have certain respect for some of the women in the manosphere, but I just feel personally that we're at a point of no return with black women, bro. And that see the problem with these men is, and I said this to a beautiful young lady last night on her panel. Black men love black women. Black women do not love black men. And as soon as these guys come to the conclusion that's the case,
That's a lie, Mace.
I'm gonna leave that alone, Lara.
Yeah,
Leave it
please.
alone.
Because I got
Yeah.
some. Hey, bro. Hey, I can tell you if you want me to, and I can even invite them on the channel, bro. I can have the conversation. That's not true, Mace.
But see, this is
Black women do love black men.
I don't know about that. I live here in New York. I don't see it.
Hey, look, they just love the black man that they want to love. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah. Because you got to understand, when it boils down to it, these women are trained to a certain degree how to handle men and how to run over and do their little thing with men. So you have these women that sit there and try to get all they can get out of men, play them for fools, don't really respect them. Like in the end, a lot of guys are damaged by that. Same thing with the women have that same issue with men, but more or less, these women know how to play the tricks. They know
Okay.
how to run the games.
All right.
Yeah, they do.
So
They
Rashid,
do.
we do know about casualties of war, right?
Yeah, that is true.
Okay. So if me as a man, if I want to just fuck on a bunch of broads that find me attractive and I treat them like shit, of course they're gonna try to feel like, and I'm not caping for now, motherfucker, because keep your legs closed, woman. But what I'm saying is, I mean, come on, man. I mean, I'm not finna cape for women when I know they make their own decisions.
Yeah.
Right? Women make their own decisions. They fuck who they want to fuck. They deal with who they want to deal with. But they have a media machine that has something that's like, oh, he took advantage of me. No, I didn't take advantage of you. You did exactly what you wanted to do. You did everything that was in your heart's desires. But now, because I don't want to deal with you, oh, he's a whatever expletive that they want to describe a black man as. So I
Yo,
don't.
I test. What happened to your channel tonight, man? I was over there, bro. What happened to the video, bro? Come up, bro. I'm gonna give you the link in a second. Come on up, bro.
Hey, you know what, Mace? Hey, Mace, I've been meaning to ask eye test. Hey, man, what's up with the avatar, bro?
That's a pretty cool avatar. It's him taking the night test, bro.
I don't think it's really cool, man.
Why? Tell him when he gets up here, man.
There's more to the story.
We'll find
Hey,
out when he
bro.
gets up here.
I
There's
mean,
something
you
to
know
link.
what? The avatar, it somewhat reminded me like if of a Tyler Perry avatar. But that avatar looks a lot like a Medea character, whatever.
I don't know, man. You gotta ask him. He
You know,
popped up
you
here, bro.
Mace, you know exactly what I'm saying, bro.
No, I don't, bro. Seriously.
It just seemed like, with the avatar or whatever, it's like some.
I think it's pretty cool that he's taking an eye test.
It really is, bro, because I've taken one and you see things that are not really coming to what you really want to see. Because, bro, I am blind as fuck. Because, Mace, my eyeglasses are thick as fuck.
Also, you got that that light.
He got those Thai City glasses, bro.
Hey,
Shout
the
out to
thing
Thai
is,
City.
the thing is, they shaved my ad, my they shaved it down, right?
Yeah.
They made the bifocal thing invisible or whatever, right?
Yeah, they got that featherweight now. They got the featherweight. You pay for that technology on the lens.
Exactly.
I
Yeah,
get
exactly.
my
I'll
prescription
tell you,
is pretty bad, bro, and I get my glasses small, bro. I wear prescription sunglasses, bro, because I'll come out and say it. Yo, I'm the type of brother that I just put my sunglasses on and I just go about my business.
Hey, Mace, look, let me tell you something. I'm so blind, right? I
Yeah.
can tell you every nigga in the manosphere that's blind too, right? Because they be squinting, looking at the screens or whatever. Hey, bro, get you some fucking glasses, bro. I mean, once you know, like when you're like looking through something, a lens that's like foggy or whatever, right? And once you like see clearly, Mace, I went through my pubescence blind. When I was in middle school, I had to walk up to the board and look to see the fine print of what the teacher was writing, whatever, right? So I grew up a lot of my life that was blind. So once I got my glasses or whatever, right, I saw things like differently, whatever. And I'm gonna fall back right now, but that's a whole different subject for my channel when I started off. I hope you come through, Mace.
To the trucking channel?
When I start my channel, I hope you come through.
I need a good laugh. You know, you heard me laughing tonight, yo. I'll come through. I'll be laughing my ass off in there,
man, bro. Look, I honestly want to have a channel when I start my channel that is like none of manosphere based.
Well, he's here, by the way. Once you ask iTest why he has that avatar, he's right here. Go ahead.
I test. Why you had that avatar, bro?
Yo, I'm a hustler, yo. So I already knew, like, when I first started the channel, like, you know, you got to think outside the box. So, yeah, obviously it's a female avatar. I know y'all can pick up on that. It's a female that's in the avatar, and, you know, I'm obviously male. But the reason I did that was I remember a long time ago, I'm a Tupac baby. So I remember Tupac was like, yo, if you ever get into anything and you advertising, steer towards the bitches. Like, you feel me? You got to advertise and get a female fan base first, because the bitches want, I mean, the niggas want what the bitches want. So I always took that to heart. So anytime I'm advertising or anytime I'm putting something together, I always kind of try to make it, like, lean it towards the females, so that when they get involved, they could be like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
like,
well, bro, I was looking at, I looked at it like that was kind of weird or whatever. Like, come on, man. I mean, well, that's just me. But I'm looking at,
but you can go to, you can go to my Instagram.
Okay.
Nah, you can go to my Instagram, and I got it flip side. You feel me? I got the man avatar with taking the eye test. So you feel me? You got to look at, like, I'm a marketer. I look at shit in a marketing aspect. So, like I said, like, I remember, you can go look at, like, that always stuck with me when Pac was like, yo, you gotta advertise for the bitches, boy. Like, you gotta always advertise whatever you doing. Advertise towards the females, cause they the consumers, boy, and whatever the females want, the niggas gonna want right after.
That is true.
So I always took that to heart. Like, I learned that when I was in fucking elementary school, and I never forgot that.
Hey, you know what, Mace? And I test one thing that, and I test, you haven't been in the manosphere, and Mace, you haven't really been here that long either. But one thing I always did is, I think I always cared, like, too much, right? And one thing would be like, guys are gonna do whatever the hell they want to do, right? I mean, they're gonna follow whoever one they're gonna follow. So I never like came into the manosphere like following anybody. Like, I had certain content creators that I liked more than other content creators, and I would maybe support that platform more. But like now, it's like, once the space grows, it's like, I think I've done my job. And unless I want to like start my own channel, it's like I just want to like sit back and just laugh at everything that's going on, because I mean, I can honestly give $1 million to the manager, right? And I'm not saying I can, because I can't, right? But if I did, it wouldn't be a reflection of what I wanted to do. It really would.
I test, you got a mute.
He got a lot of background.
Yeah, you got a mute. You got a lot of background. Oh. Yeah, your connection going bad. I test.
He's outside. That's the wind.
Oh, okay. Better. It's a little better.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, much better.
Yeah, it been raining out here, man.
Yeah, I know. Down in South Florida. Or you in Cali?
No, I'm in Miami.
Okay.
So that means we're gonna catch it then, because I'm up in Georgia. It might pass up this way. Oh yeah. Yeah, but yeah, man. I mean, that's the only reason I'm actually in the process with those guys trying to start up a YouTube channel. And, you know, we're going to talk about some of the stuff, but, you know, the channel's not going to be represented like the manosphere. We're going to be talking about the stuff that's going on in the manosphere.
Get the hell out.
We're going to be talking about stuff that's going on in the manosphere. We're going to be talking about sports. We're going to be talking about everything. It's going to be mostly just like the Joe Budden podcast. It's going to be three of us get together. We're going to talk, you know.
Nice.
get some talks about, man. You know, the things because we be always talking about things in the YouTube streets, how stuff going on, and man, we be back in the dying laughing at certain people, certain groups, certain guys, and I'm like, dude, let's go ahead and just bring it to the forefront because those two guys have their own channel anyway. Kane China's growing a little bit. Smooth China's pretty much established because you know he's been around in the manosphere a lot through a lot of guys, so they know him. And with me, you know, like I said, mine is trucking, but that's just this Rashid D. I talk about trucking, driving straight trucks, and I just do little inspirational videos. Be like, hey man, motivate yourself to get up here and do something. But other than that, man, like I said, I'm gonna start another channel for that whole because I don't want nobody in this space coming over here to this channel and come over here talking about bashing women. And I'm like, that's not what this channel's about. It's about trucking and you know getting inspired to do something with your life. If you're not talking about that, I'm deleting your comments, all that. Like all these guys, like even when we do our channel, if guys come on here, all this ripping the women and stuff, like I told them, I said, dude, I don't have a problem with you talking about women. It's cool because that you want to get it off your chest. You hurt. I understand that. I don't have a problem with that. But you're not gonna come on the channel every single time and be like that Dave Chappelle skit when he was like, you know, hey, you know what gets me riled up? You know, just run it all down. You know.
Hey, you know what? Hey, Maze, Rasheed. Hey, man, as far as like a lot of things that go in this space or whatever, right? And when I decided to want to do content or whatever, right? I have a couple of pre-recorded in the video in the queue, right?
Yeah.
But when I showed it to a couple of people, the main thing they said was, well, you seem like you're speaking the same thing as AM speaks, right? And that's one thing that I don't want to do. I don't want to come in sounding like somebody else, bro. So I had to stop, and like for the last couple of weeks, man, I stopped watching Angerman content because I wanted to try to make some content for myself and myself only and not try to parrot somebody else.
So coming into the space, you're gonna actually sound like a lot of guys because you gotta understand the talking points is already out there. So you're gonna come off talking. I mean, you can have Art and Star. He can come off talking like BGS because BGS has a lot of issues what he brings to the forefront.
So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand because even like
I don't want to come in being a parakeet or parroting somebody, you know, because I think that's very disrespectful. I mean, you can give props all day long, but at the end of the day, your talking points are coming from somebody else. So my thing was, and I've heard this before, it's like you don't listen to anybody else and let your own thoughts form on their own.
There you go.
You gotta understand like DJ Kuda. DJ Kuda's in this space as a DJ. So he runs his thing just like he's doing a DJing concert. He's giving the topics, but he's also, you know, hitting people with the music before and after. And you know, he might like if he was getting into it real good, he'll throw a song in. Like that's what the other guy came. He takes breaks in the middle of conversations, play a song, then come back and talk to the people. Like it's actually a radio station. So that's one of the things that he's doing different that nobody's doing. You in the middle of a heated debate and you drop a song, it gives you time to think about what you're gonna say. It's gonna kind of merge people up, but the point of it is when he plays that song, that's gonna give you time to understand what you're saying it correctly. Don't be in there just you know running out at the mouth and then come back and be like, yeah, you're right, I'm sorry, man, I shouldn't have said that. And they give you a little time to think about what you're saying.
It's like a timeout.
Yeah, you're right. But you know, one thing that I would see about this space or whatever, right, is because I wouldn't be coming to this space to try to make money. I would be actually coming to the space to try to help brothers because, like, the things I told you about the trucking and whatever, like damn, bro, you can't stop smoking weed for a month to like make your life, and you got a couple of kids' life a whole lot. You know, you got real life responsibilities. And I can help you with that. And I'm talking to family members, bro. But, and the thing is, on the back end of it, I'm not looking for like a thank you or a prize. It's just I don't want to see my family members in a sorry ass fucked up situation. So it's a lot of nuances to what's going on here because a lot of us take things personal, and I take all of this personal, bro. I mean, I am tired of black men being at the bottom. And that's the only reason why I'm in this space. So if I can have a small part in elevating black men, I'm all for it, bro. Because
Yeah.
we are not the bottom, bro. We are not the fucking bottom. But the thing is, the mainstream media will point us like that, and I hate that image, bro.
Yeah, I said that
Because
the other
I
day,
know
bro.
we not the bottom, bro. I hate that shit.
I said that the other day that the one disappointing thing, and I want I test to comment about this too. The one thing that is disappointing is that we cannot get it together, and we should have been gotten it together. It's like I said a minute ago. Forget the women; they're gone. I don't even think about them. We have to get our stuff together. We have to stick together as black brothers, as black men, bro. Because
Hey,
let's be real about this. Everybody hates us, bro.
we can't even do it on this small space in YouTube. Cause you gotta understand, BJS said it. He said the whole gender war, whatever was supposed to have been over. He said you could tell it's over because guys in this space are fighting and arguing with each other. He's like, come on, man. He's like, if we're gonna have this whole kumbaya oasis of men building and stuff, we don't even have guys promoting each other's channels. We don't have each other looking like I got on all these big channels one day, and majority of these big channels I get on there and I mess them all up. First thing I tell them, I say, these guys are on all y'all channels. How many of y'all have subscribed to their channels and look at their channels and comment?
Yeah, it's true,
And
man.
everybody got quiet. And
Yeah.
I told him, I said, that's the thing. Certain people, they done got so big to where they can't go on everybody's channel, and I understand that. But you show love to the ones that show love to you. Most of the guys, I done seen most of the big channels who people hit their cash app a lot. They run over there to their channels. The ones that don't really donate or do too much, they don't really put them at the forefront. But if the content is there, that's what I'm looking for. Because like I tell guys at the space, a lot of guys be like, "Oh man, I'm not nobody's daddy. I'm not nobody's raising nobody." I said, "But you gotta understand, these kids are out here confused, scared, don't know what's going on, don't have a dad. They go to these YouTube and Instagram and all these social media platforms to try to get some understanding about life. Even the ones that do have parents. I got a 20-year-old son. My son is like up and down trying to figure things out. This guy's in college, messed up his car, and I'm trying to let him do everything on his own, get his own car, figure out what he's gonna do. Like I'm letting him learn in the process, and I shoot him little videos every now and then to let him look at it, and I tell him, this is how men are thinking right now. This is how the women are doing. I say now, just because you're looking at this stuff, that doesn't mean you have to go down that path. I'm just letting you know this how deep the rabbit hole gets. There's certain things that you becoming a man, I can't teach you all the way because, most of these younger generations, they want to hear it out somebody else's mouth because they think the parents, man, they old fashioned and this and that. So I give them little eyes at different things and let them know. Just because these guys are talking like this with women, you know what I'm saying? This is a space. You know how you was raised. You know how things go. Don't get caught up in this path like these guys. Or if you see these women, run from these women. That's why I tell guys, I look at the women's channel and I look at most of the men's channel space too. Because like I tell them, at the end of the day, how are we gonna get an understanding from the women when we don't want to listen to the women? You know? Because in the end, no matter if the women are wrong, they're wrong. Okay, let's push them to the side. Let's move on. But we have to get an understanding with ourselves and all the men in the space of
One
how to
thing,
deal with
hey,
things.
look, one thing, Rasheed, don't say if they wrong because you know they wrong in the motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just
So
trying to,
don't. So all I'm
be,
saying is don't say if they wrong, bro. You know they
yeah,
got their own agenda, bro. Cause
they are.
don't say if, bro. Just don't say
Yeah,
if. You know you
I try.
wrong.
I'm trying to be nice about it, but yeah, you're right.
So you know everybody looking at their self interest and they run the. It's like my boy Platt would say. Everybody trying to look to run the score up on the opposite gender or whatever, right? everybody looking to win, bro. The women want to win, the men want to win. I mean, nobody wants to be looked like as a fucking fool these days, bro. And I don't want to be a part of this shit, man. I want to make my own family solid away from all this. And we all know it's an 80-20 rule as far as like
Yeah.
functional families versus some bullshit. Bro, I'm not trying to get myself in this shit. If I can put myself in a bunker and fucking protect myself and mine from you niggas that be talking this bullshit, I'm gonna get in a bunker and protect you, man, because this is some sick shit going on out here, bro. You honestly have women these days that are going around grabbing a crotch like they got a whole dick proud of they fucking goddamn fucking piece of man. Look, I'm out, bro. I'm out. I can't do it no more. I don't want to do it because I want to be a functional person. And the salacious nature of what's going on in this country right now, this is like wrong, right? If y'all know the reference, this is wrong. I don't want to be a part of that. I can't do it. I can't do it because I want to raise me and mine to be functional, and I want to get out of the mind state of I can just do what I want to do and not care about what the consequences and repercussions are. So I think I can fly right for a couple of years, man, to see if the trends change or whatever. But the trends aren't changing. You remember, if you guys know Mace, I know you remember this because you're an older guy. Remember when in the 50s when they didn't want to show Elvis Presley shaking his hips or whatever,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Right. So now you have women, men, whatever the hybrid women, men they all call. I don't want to say it in the channel, but though they all doing the same thing, bro.
Yo, Blase, get your ass up here, bro.
Bro, I am not a Bible thumper.
Here's the link.
Right? I'm not a Bible thumper, but I don't want to be a part of this new age society, dude. I will opt out, and I might leave this manosphere space altogether, bro, because I need to take care of me and mine in shelter because it is fucked up out here. Okay, I might get some easy pussy on GP, but is it worth it? Because that motherfucker who I get that easy pussy on GP for is gonna fuck all my shit up. It's that,
bro. Like I said,
bad, bro. It's that bad now. It's that bad.
man.
And anybody who's not willing to admit that it's that bad now, I don't even want to be on your side because it's like no one has scruples and morals anymore, bro.
I do. That's why I stay by myself. Go ahead, like that.
Yeah, I think it's like the dope game, man. If you ain't get yours by a certain point, I think right now you left with the, you know what I'm saying? You left with the stragglers. You left with the fuck up.
Right,
so
Blase.
if you wasn't in the dope game by a certain point, you trying to get in now, it's fucked up. So you can't do it. Just like with females, bro. If you ain't snatch you a little piece, what, a few years ago, you can't fuck with these bitches now because right now they minds ain't catching up with their pussy because time is moving so fast. So you got to look at it, bro. Like these little 16, 17-year-olds back in the day, they would have been 12, 13-year-olds because they're not maturing fast enough. Time is moving too fast for them to mature. So that's what you're really dealing with. You're dealing with a society where they're speeding up everyone's age, but everyone's mind isn't catching up to it. I don't know if that makes sense to y'all.
You know, it makes sense because Cat Williams said it. All they want to do is bounce. You know what? Don't come in on it because somebody might make this look worse than what it is. All they want to do, they just want to bounce. They just want to bounce. Bounce, 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 bounce.
That's so true.
Hey, bro.
That
You know
bad
what?
person, man.
I would take advantage of that and be like, hey, you want to bounce? You up age? You can bounce, but it really doesn't, like, I mean, it's sad, bro. And for us to see it
and for people to castricize someone like me because I state what I see in life, bro, it is so ratchet out here in life right now. Well, it's like shit. Should I try to be a good guy or just get what I can get? And right now, I would choose to be a good guy. But I mean, man, it's just the salacious nature of whatever thing the media gives us. Man, it's like I can like come to YouTube and talk a bunch of shit, but if a conglomerate has like $15 billion to combat whatever I might say to like 8 people, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Because the war is already won already. I mean, this bullshit is on autopilot already, bro.
Yeah.
It really is. It's on autopilot. The fuckery is on autopilot already. Y'all got it.
I got a fucking news, yo. And all shit. I mean, it was like that, I guess, when 9/11 happened. That's the as close as I could see it, because that's when all the surveillance and everything really like took off, and then cell phones took off. So what did cell phones do? It made a big world smaller, bro. Like it made everything accessible. So you don't have to work hard for shit no more, bro. You can order pussy just like people. You feel me? So what do you do in a society like that? You know what I'm saying? Where it's not about feelings no more. It's about $1. Straight up.
Hey, for me, it's not even about either, because you know what? I got a whole wife and a whole girlfriend. So the thing is, I've been doing my thing for however fucking long. I don't care who do the research on me, because I'm not bullshitting. The thing is like no one trusts each other these days. No one gets a pass, right? I mean, because it's so much fuckery going on out here to where nobody cares. Nobody cares about anything. Nobody. So why should I care?
But how could you? Because right now, Instagram is making you turn into somebody you're not. YouTube will make you into somebody you're not, bro. Like if everybody could turn into whatever they want now. Like you could be broke as fuck, but on Instagram you balling like a motherfucker, bro.
Hey,
So
you know what? Well, bro, you right in the motherfucker. You right.
Everybody right now is living their alter ego. Nobody living like me. You feel me? Like I live straight up. That's why I'm an anomaly to motherfucker. They see me, they be like, yo, what's wrong with you? I be like, nigga, because I don't subscribe to that shit. Like everything everybody be talking about, bro. I don't watch the news. I haven't listened to the radio, I think, since 2000. You feel me? I've never listened to that programming bullshit, bro. So I've always been able to think objectively. I've always been able to think
come
for
up,
myself.
bro.
Well, shit, you gotta keep your ear to the streets, though.
But that's what I mean. I'm in the street. You know what I'm saying? The streets ain't on the radio. The streets ain't in YouTube. I'm actually out here, bro. So
yeah, what's up, Evan?
all the shit, the YouTube and the radio, they pick that shit up off of us later on, bro. Like all the little slang we use, all the moves we make, all the clothes and music. We already heard that shit. Y'all getting it late. That if you in the streets, you already know, bro. We run up on society all the time.
Hey, you know what, Mace? I would tell you a story or whatever. Man, bro, it hurts my heart to honestly see how many brothers, and even though I think I've caused more harm than good, but it really hurts my heart to see how many brothers are going through it behind Jezebel type women or whatever, right? But the thing is, the reason why it hurts my heart so much is because the men are the ones that are paying out the money. So you mean you paying money to hopefully keep a Jezebel spirited woman in line? No, bro. I'm not co-signing that for anybody, dude. I mean, come on. I mean, so I won't co-sign that for anybody, but I see the struggle that goes on. And, you know, I told you this like weeks before, Mace. I don't really like coming on and talking about
Laze, what's up, bro?
I don't like talking about women. I don't like. I hate that. I hate that. I don't like talking about women. I don't like that. That's not my fucking thing. Because if you, as a man, if you don't know how to handle your situation, you need to learn how.
Like, yeah.
And the best way to teach a woman is to basically just treat her like you don't care. Now, if you care, that's something different. But I would like to be like, man, just don't care about all that drama, bro, because you're putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation that's not conducive to your health, bro. You can't be sitting around thinking about what a woman is doing. My aunt once told me, she said, boy, you better stop thinking about what a woman is doing because it would drive you crazy.
Exactly.
So I don't think about what women are doing, bro. I never have. I never have. But once I came to this space, bro, I see it's a lot of guys that see they caring about what a woman is doing, bro. Why? Stop thinking about what these bitches are doing, bro. They gonna do what they want to do anyway. You need to carry yourself like you don't give a fuck.
But that's the thing, dog. Like, not all of them are like you and me, bro. Like, they don't have experience with females. So when they get one, the rules go out the window for them, bro. They don't know how to handle that, bro.
Well, bro, it don't matter.
You talking from a perspective from a nigga that know how to handle females. I could tell.
No, I don't know everything. But what
I know, but you know enough. You know enough to be like, I can't be out here doing the most, bro. You know that it's certain rules that come with this shit. Most niggas don't got enough experience with females to be like, I could say no to pussy sometimes. Or I could check a hoe if she act crazy. You feel me? Most of them ain't gonna do that because they know if they check a hoe, they lost that hoe and that's it. You gotta be willing to lose to win sometimes, and these niggas ain't built for that.
Hey,
they're not, bro.
The thing is, this is what this space is built for. And that's why I have passion for this space, because this is what this space is built for. Because sometimes you can take an L. You can be like in a situation like me. I have lost everything behind me. But you know one thing I had? That motherfucking guy to go get it back. So the thing is, a lot of guys are still gonna be hey. That's why this is like, I mean, I'd rather talk sports and talk relationships, because the thing is, it will be a few that listen. But man, I'm not trying to put my blood, sweat, and tears behind a motherfucker don't listen, bro. I mean, you can speak all day to the choir with us, right?
See, the crazy part when it comes to this space, a lot of guys don't know nothing, and they try to proclaim that they know everything. Cause YouTube is just like Instagram and Facebook. These guys are coming on here, faking it till they make it. They're a totally different person on here than it is in actual real life. You know, a lot of the women, same way, they don't cam up, so you don't know how they look. They can portray anything they want in this space. A lot of guys come in this space for just to be somebody different. You like these avatars and stuff. They used to have these what's that, Sims? Remember that game Sims? Nobody knew those people who played those games Sims. This could be a totally different person, and that's what this YouTube space is giving them. You know, like I was talking on one of the channels. I said, man, you'll have a guy Charles Partner. He's a police in Maryland. Baltimore. But basically, everything that he talks about on his channel is regarding police and how they handle procedures and stuff. You have guys listen to him every day. They can listen to him word for word, critique everything he says, and then come back and go start them a channel and dispute everything that this guy says.
You know his thing though. Charles, Mr. Woo.
Yeah.
He actually has receipts, bro. So I'm not gonna question him. He's been through all of it.
I know.
He has receipts, bro. So the guy that questions him, I mean, even though he might speak and say things that might not agree upon, but at least he had receipts, man. And that's one thing about this space or whatever, right? Man, I'm tired of dudes speaking and giving advice to guys. Bro, you don't even have receipts. And I'm not talking about the most talented guy that I feel personally who is a country creating this space, right? But and I was speaking on Obsidian because he has talent. Even though he's talking about a lot of bullshit, he has talent, right? So my thing is like, man, a lot of guys get up here speaking, and a lot of guys get up here like talking a whole bunch of bullshit, but I can tell, like, bro, you ain't been through the wars with these women, bro. You just on here, like, just talking, and entertainment is something different than substance or whatever, and that's something I have to deal with personally or whatever, right? But man, I mean, I'm glad to find out, like, when I come to a smaller channel, that there are like a lot of other guys who have like the same thoughts that I have or whatever, right? Because I was damn near about out. I was like, man, fuck this space. But once Mace came through, he talking about sports, I realized, damn, there's guys in this space that actually like talking sports. Because before, I had no idea. I thought every guy in this space, they hated sports, they hated women, they hated a lot of shit. So I was looking at this space with the side eye when I first came into it, like, man, what kind of guys are you? Right? But it made me see once I got familiar with a lot of people, it just made me feel like, okay, it's not a bunch of weirdos. There are a bunch of guys who went through similar circumstances with women. They may be hurt. They may be in red pill rage, but they just guys, bro. Just like May say, you guys are my buddies. I like you guys. You guys will be with me in the chat. So yeah, I mean, I've developed a lot of tolerance for a lot of rhetoric that goes on in this space because I just realized those are guys going through things or whatever. And I'm not going to judge anybody for what they've been through from the hands of a female. I can't hold that against them. So I'm trying to be super neutral right now. And I'm going to do my best to stay that way.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. I mean, the reason I came to this space is mainly for entertainment, but in my real life, I'm a special ed teacher, so I really just try to listen to different opinions because I do need to laugh. You know, the BS I use that for entertainment because in real life, my job is pretty tough, especially during this pandemic. So I like to sit back and listen to people's perspective, and I take some stuff seriously, and I don't take other things seriously. So, but my dream is not to be a content creator. I just want to use what information I can to make my life better. And actually, my real goal, I don't know if this might be silly or not, is to be able to come to every channel and drop 100, 250, just to support Black content, you know? And as far as relationships, even though I do care about women and I have been hurt, truth is, since I grew up with a strong family, I just want to build an even stronger family name. So that's one of the things I'm really worried about.
Yeah, man, I feel you because I mean that's like I tell guys, man, I'm married, and like I tell them, I say at the end of the day, I let people know that I'm married, I'm in this space. I just want to get the whole understanding. Like I come here for the knowledge. Like everything else that the guys talk about, I understand, I get that. You've been hurt. I don't kind of push guys away. I don't say no. I don't know your struggle because I have family members that go through things. Like I was telling one of the guys in the space, me and him talk. He had an issue with his child support. I told him about that. I'm married, never been divorced, never had an outside kid. So me knowing about child support was through friends and stuff that I know that went through that same situation. I helped them out with that. He was like, "Damn, man, I would have never knew." I said, "Hey, I learned that from another family member that had that same issue." So that kind of worked with him in his favor. That's what I told her. I was like, "This is what the manosphere should be about: guys helping each other, going through issues, going through these problems, because a lot of men don't have guidance right now. It's starting to come back around because most of the men in this space and throughout, we're kind of shaming these guys that don't take care of their kids." You know, because all my homeboys, I got, excepting the one dude that I know that had a crap load of kids, and you know he's not really doing nothing. I don't even associate myself with this guy. You know, we brothers by wrestling, but other than that, I don't even associate myself with him. You know, like all my wrestling brothers, I take all them serious. You know, that sport, die hard, cool with it. But other than that, man, I don't even associate myself with this guy just because he don't take care of his kids. I even put him on front. I was like, hey man, so how your kids doing? You know, I talk to him and I hear that little bull crap. I don't even deal with him. I be like, hey man, hey dog, they ain't asked to come here. I hold him to the fire about it every time I talk to him. You know, he look at me all kind of crazy and stuff, but I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, those kids and asked to come here. At least you can do is take care of them. That's my biggest thing when it comes to the kids. You know, take care of your kids, dog.
No, I definitely feel that. I mean, I see every day at work, I basically see the product of what happens when people don't take care of their kids properly. Like most of the kids that I deal with, usually their parents were smoking or drinking or whatever when they were having them, and now I gotta we gotta deal with that, and it hurts. I mean, you have a seventh grader that has the learning ability of a second grader, and I try to keep a happy face, but it's really hard because and the problem is you see some of these parents that really care. They don't really care. And it's sad, but I just try to keep my spirits up. So because, be honest, I could have there in college. I went, even though I made it through college, I did some messed up stuff myself. So I try my best not to judge them too hard. Plus, some of the people that did give birth to those type of people, I did hang around. Like, 2 years ago, I really gave up drinking. Why? Because I lost a friend to alcohol poisoning. And to this day, I still feel guilty about that because I knew he had a problem, but I was still drinking with him heavily. So, I mean, if that's a topic that we can talk about more in this space, because I know guys have women problems, but a lot of guys in this space do have drinking problems too. So if we can help people get off of that, that would be something I would really want to help contribute to.
Hey, I'm gonna actually bring that up. Like that's a key thing, man. Like I said, I'm about to. I think Halloween. I'm gonna drop a pod with a couple of other guys I know, and that's one of the topics I'm gonna actually bring up, man.
You know what? I personally, I would like to be a part of that stream because one thing I can say is a couple of times, and I'm not a couple of times, I have got up on a couple of streams, a little saucy, and that's some things that a lot of guys might do in this space because we might be hanging out at home, drinking, hanging out, just chilling, listening to podcasts or whatever, and we might get up on the podcast. Well, I mean, may have had too much to drink, and I think personally that I have maybe have done that a few times, and like recently I've tried to like hold back on that, but like I work like 12 hours a day, right? So when I get off, I'm like I might have a couple of beers and I might like feel free flowing, like just talk a bunch of shit or whatever, right? But the thing is, I have come to realize and grown to realize that that's not a good representation of myself. So as far as like getting up on panels when you might be a little have a little too much to drink or you're drinking too much, I definitely feel like that's a topic and a subject that needs to be addressed in the space because there are a lot. I've seen guys pass out on panels live stream, just like pass out. So I understand exactly what you guys are saying right now as far as that goes.
No, I understand it. I mean, be honest with you, like when I was super drinking, like there was times that I had arguments with people that I shouldn't have, and some of the women problems that some of these guys have, I had those women problems, but there was times that I was drunk and I did some things that I have not done, and there was one good relationship I messed up because I was just drunk all the time. Like, I mean, I was a functional drunk, but I was still a drunk. So
Yeah, yeah.
you know, and it's hard for people to admit, because alcohol is very social, but we need to have a real talk about it. And I'm not trying to judge anybody or anything or make somebody feel bad. It's
Yeah,
just that
right off. Yeah.
maybe we should have more talks about that because like what I noticed is when I did quit drinking, my health did get better, and health and is a very important topic, especially for us black men, because and really it should be a lot more important, especially since we know COVID, because if one thing I learned from COVID is we got to get a lot more cleaner and healthier.
Yeah, and one thing that I would say to piggyback on that, that's a common thing for like a lot of men, period. And I'm not gonna label it as black men, but men, period. When they have issues with women or family or whatever, sometimes they might turn to a bottle. Now, sometimes it may become mild to where it's not a problem. But sometimes that becomes a problem, like that may be severe to where like guys may look towards that to like suppress some problems that they may have with like failed relationships or, or failed anything in life, or whatever, right? So that's a thing that people should look at. But I was bringing it up more as far as the panels go because I see that personally from a lot of guys. Like a lot of guys will get up here like sauced up or whatever and give like a full soliloquy of a lot of things how they feel about the subject. But sometimes, and I'm guilty of that myself. I've done it myself. I call it the breakdown with that to tell them that I don't like your channel, I don't support your channel, but I was still there listening or whatever, right? And I had to look at it in hindsight, like, man, why did you call up there anyway? What was going on? And it was a football weekend. I mean, Mace can attest to it. That was a weekend that I had a 16 parlay going, and the Buffalo Bills that Mace gave me fell through. I would have won a great amount of money. I was pissed off, and I looked at my recommendations like, why are they talking about what they're talking about? So I called their channel, right? So I may have been a little sauced up that weekend, but what I'm trying to just basically say, man, bro, this is a subject that needs to be spoke upon in this sector more than maybe what it's spoke upon. Because I've heard O'Shea speak on it. He said it a couple of times. He said it. I've heard it out of his mouth or whatever, right? Yeah, you guys get up here, you give me all your money, you guys be drunk, you guys be doing all everything. I love it. Niggas, give me your money, drink some alcohol, do some coke, do whatever you're gonna do. I've heard it. Real talk, I've heard it. So I think that might be a issue that people might need to talk about a little bit. But I'm gonna fall back and let you guys have it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I see that a lot. I see that a lot, but I mean, yeah, I still do feel kind of guilty because I mean, I do I do contribute by watching and laughing at it, but on a more serious note, maybe if people can have a real conversation about it. If I don't mind if people tell me I'm wrong or whatnot. It's just a thought in the air. We can more things that we can talk about. But as far as guys start trying to like, I feel like a lot of people do get drunk or whatever because to get up on and speak on panels is not easy. So they feel that they need the liquid or whatever courage so they can get on panels and say whatever they want to say. But when you get messed up, things don't always come out right. So
Yeah, exactly, man. Like, I have been a victim, and I'm just being, I have been a victim of being called out on that. Like, real talk. Like, Obsidian had said, Laro, are you drunk? And he said that. I'm like, God damn. Like, well, I probably had a little bit too much to drink. And that's one thing that since I've got called out on that, that's something that I would never do again. Because one thing is, it's a bad representation of who you are. And I think sometimes once you have that label upon you, it's kind of hard to shake that, right? So that's a reason why I might come up to Mace and shoot at Mace and talk to him or whatever about sports or whatever, because I mean there's a lot of things that go on in this space that a lot of guys don't know about. I mean, bro, it's actual manosphere. I won't say it out loud. They're like actual manosphere baby sports books going on. There are manosphere relationship channels that you can go to and call and get some real advice. I mean, everything in this space is not always based upon a panel, right? There are a lot of guys in this space that you can just hit up and talk about just on GP about how can I improve my business? How can I improve this? How can I improve that? But sometimes we are just like caught up so much on like the fuckery and all the, you know, salaciousness and just gossip or whatever, to where a lot of guys are not getting like the real benefit from the space. And that's something that I know that personally I have benefited from in business, in my private life. Like there are some guys here that actually have been through some of the same things that we're going through that actually can give good advice, but it's so much bullshit going on, like attacking, like I don't know. I mean, I know it's a couple of you guys. I mean, I know with Mace's channel, some guys come from like a South Florida vibe, and those guys don't know anything about this. All they know about it is football, sports, and doing different things. So when Mace came into the scene, those guys are like coming into the sector like, hey, what the fuck has been going on all these years with y'all? I've never heard any of this. But I think some of those guys have going on that have had personal things in their life that may, you know, resonate something that a lot of guys in this sector has gone through, whatever. Man, it's kind of hard to get a guy who's never been on YouTube all their life, like me. I came into YouTube and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then I had to come down and be like, well, these guys are not lying. A lot of these things has happened to me personally in my life. So that's why I kind of became, passionate about the manosphere, because I'm like, nobody here is lying. If somebody tries to gaslight you and tell you that you're lying, bro, it's just gaslighting you. You're not lying. Things are really effed up like here, like you think they are as far as relationship goes. So I'm done. You can have it.
Yeah, but I see that you know a lot, and I don't know how you seem. I'm only 31, so you probably seem like you're older than me.
Yeah, I'm
Like
40,
as for, I'm sorry.
44.
Okay, yeah. So I know, like, I'm a millennial, and I see, a lot of crazy stuff in our generation. I mean, the only thing that kind of saved me is like some of my, being from a strong family. But like, how do you see things going forward as far as like black relationship stuff?
Man, everybody got to look out for themselves these days. That seems to be what the track is. Like everybody needs to look out for themselves. And that's a selfish way for doing it. But I can't say it's selfish as far as the individual goes, because it's not upon me to look, because I was talking to damn, I can't think of his name right now. Man, I was talking to a guy earlier and we were talking about business, and it's like sometimes you have to look out for yourself. And if we're talking about relationships, sometimes you have to look out for yourself. Because far be it for me to give a guy some relationship advice, i.e., Kevin Samuels. This guy goes out and get married. He gets fucked over, loses everything he's been working for since he was 24 years old, and now he's 33, and he loses half of all that paying some bitch's student loan because he went and got married to her. Bro, that's my. Hey man, it's kind of it's a lot of like rigmarole that goes on with the subjects or whatever, because I know at the end of things, we all want to be with somebody. Men want to be with women, women want to be with men. somehow at the end of the day, and I know that I am not the person to do it, the gender war has to come to an end. It really has to. Because we don't want to live without each other. Despite the
I
fact that,
can. I'm the. I'm about.
hey, Mace, you saying that low key, but I mean, come on, man. You do love the ladies, though, bro. Come on, man. I mean, come on, man.
I ain't say I hate women, bro. I just
I
go
didn't
my.
say you. I
I
didn't
just do me,
use the word
bro.
hate. I didn't use the word hate. If I did, I apologize. But Mace, come on. You say you can live without them?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, salute to you, fam. I've told you this before. I can't. And I don't want to. And you don't want to either, Mace. Come on, Mace. I see how you be shooting that mahogany and shooting that topaz, man. Come on, bro.
It shows. It shows that I'm human to show class to women, bro.
Okay. Yeah, it shows that you still deal with women and you still like women, right?
What do you mean?
I mean, what I'm saying is that we can. I'm not willing to say that I'm willing to give up women. I mean, there's no way I can say that about women. That's why I don't understand why you would say that. I mean, Mace, you got to shoot your shot sometime, bro.
What do you mean?
I mean, you have a lot to offer to a lot of women, man. I don't think you really, and I don't think you really realize that yet, bro. You're smart. You're a smart guy, right? You have your channel going. You know a lot about sports. You got your channel popping, man. You might blow up next year the way you have a million subscribers. You never know, bro. You might be the new Dolphins guy as far as sports takes go, right? You just can't be, man. We just can't say I'm giving up on women right now, man. No, it's no way to go. I'm not giving up on women.
Why
Yeah,
you say that, bro?
what I'm saying is women do a lot of fucked up things, right? And I've had some crazy things done to me by women. But for me to just be like, I'm done with them, I'm not going to say that. Do you understand now?
What do you mean?
What I'm saying is like giving up on them like altogether or whatever. I think there's some redeemable qualities that we can cultivate and bring out of them. What you
I
think?
disagree with you.
You do?
Yeah, I don't see. I just look at. I treat women like human beings, bro.
Yeah, because they are human beings, right? But I mean, I just don't, and I've told you this before, man. I told you this like a couple times before. I'm not a part of like the women haters club or the bashing women. I don't bash women. I don't do it because the reason why, and it's not just like the pseudo love things like I came from a black woman, a black woman, things like that. It's kind of like if I sit up and I complain about women all day, right? Then that means I'm not improving myself personally. So if I put so much function in trying to change a female's nature, then maybe I'm not improving myself personally. So I understand all those things. Yeah, they do this, they do that, they do this, they do that. And I'm not even saying it's my fault that women do this and do that and do this and do that. But if I spend my time complaining about it, I don't think I'm making myself better personally. So I don't have to sit around and complain about women all the time. Yeah, I've never won all the time, and I haven't lost all the time. But I mean, just to put that focus on that, I think I can put my focus on other things instead of complaining about women. Because I haven't been the best guy to women in the past. I've done like some fucked up shit to women in my past. I've done some crazy things. So I mean, I'm not gonna put it all on them, right? Do you understand, Mace?
I know exactly what you said.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna put it all on them because I've done some things in my past, a lot of things. So I mean, it's. I mean, I don't know if I can explain it any better than I think I have already, but I just don't. I don't sit back. I would never sit back and blame a woman for my personal problems.
I
Yeah,
understand about that. Yeah, that I do understand. You can't.
So
You can't blame women, and like I said before, um, how can I say this? Sometimes you have to look yourself hard in the mirror. It's not working for you. What's up? Don't smoke rocks.
You see, Mace, and this is one thing I never wanted to happen, right? I never
Yeah,
wanted, and I told you this like from the first time you started talking to this about this subject about me. I always said that I was here to talk about sports. I like the
of
sports.
course you are,
I
bro.
like
That's right. But
I like I like the sports part of it. Now all of a sudden
nah, nah. We
now all
could
of
have
a sudden
we
now
could have done this tonight, but you did that trucking for like an hour and a half.
hey man, you was trying to get somebody to come in. And me and your boy, we really shared a lot of things about the trucking or whatever. And I really appreciate this that you did that.
It's okay, man. The slow night anyway.
Yeah, but now we talking about women, bro. And that's like, man, I don't even want to have a conversation about these bros, bro. But I've given you a piece of myself. I'm letting you know a lot of things personally about myself. That's not what I came on YouTube for, but yeah, bro. I mean, it's like with these conversations sometime in this space about how about women's nature and those things, man, I would just like prefer to stay away from those things because it's like everybody's situation is like totally different, right? And I can't like I can empathize with somebody between I mean about what they're going through, but and I've gone through some situations myself, but the last thing I would want to do if I do start my channel is try to give guys advice about things that I don't have mastered myself. Now I think that's what a lot of guys may do in this in like being content creators or whatever, right? Because that's their job. Their job is to like entertain, it's to inform, it's to give motivation. But those guys aren't always right, right?
That's true.
Those guys are not always right. So I don't like really follow a content creator's advice or whatever, right? I listen to it for entertainment. I listen to it for laughs. I listen to it for a whole lot of things. But and I know at some point in time it may be helping other guys. But a lot of times in this space, I mean, it's like the camaraderie and enjoyment and like just laughs and just entertainment, bro. I mean, I'm not looking for anybody's advice here.
Yeah, bro.
I'm really not. And I would encourage any. I mean, I know some guys can benefit from it because there are some guys with good hearts in here, but it mean my opinion is like once the money became involved with it or whatever. I mean, I think some guys would probably tell you anything in this space just to keep the money coming along or whatever, right? But that's not why I'm here. That is not why I ever came to this space. I didn't come to it to listen to some guy about his feelings and philosophies about life. I came to it like for the camaraderie because a lot of black guys, I mean, we get together and like we get together like in the space or whatever, right? It's like, bro, we should be able to come here and like be able to like resolve some things, speak about some issues, and have a cordial conversation about things. But sometimes it comes like a dick measuring contest or whatever, and it just goes off the rails or whatever. And that's not why I ever came to this space. Bro. It's really not because I don't want to be a part of no beefs. I don't want to see guys who I may have a reverence for sitting up arguing back and forth about ideologies or whatever. Right? There's some guys out here that really need help. There's some guys out here that are really going through some things. And you guys that are at the forefront of this space, you guys should be speaking to those guys instead of going through it about petty beef, man. So
I hear you, bro.
No, I definitely feel that. That's why, you know, that's why when I try to get on panels or whatever, I like to ask questions and just really sit back and listen because, even if I don't agree with you, if I sit back and listen to you, I can see where you're coming from, you know, I feel like that's a good sign of respect because when I look at panels, it's people really just fighting each other, not trying to listen. They're just talking. It can be funny, but if you're just really trying to have the camaraderie and whatever, then people should just sit back and just really listen. you know, that's what it is. So, but I know everybody has a different personality. Like I'm a person that I like to talk a little bit, but I like to listen more. So, I guess that's what actually helped me in my field. But I can't really tell everybody what to do. So, but it would be good to have a nice, different, diverse conversations about different things, and even
Hey,
if you disagree with each other, just listen.
Hey, brother, you are 100% right about that, because one thing that brought me to this space is like a lot of guys, they come to this space, and this space is like a release, right? From all the bullshit that we go through every day, job, family, wife, kids, all that. This is a space where you can come to, kind of like a virtual barbershop, right? To like get away from all the crap that you had to deal with throughout the day. You don't want to hear about all this other crap. You just want to know that you're right, right? And you feel that you're right. So this space provides that. Okay, I'm right. I don't want to hear about your problems. I don't want to hear about the kids' problems. I don't want to hear about none of that. All I want to hear is the fact that, hey, bro, you're working hard, you're doing your thing. You should be commended because you're sticking through there and throughout all the BS that's going on right now in your life. I don't care about any of that other stuff. I just come to this space for a little solace, a little time away from everything before I go back and do my thing. And this is what this space is provided. But it's slowly changing. But I mean, I'm not gonna put up a fight up against it. I don't even think I want to become a content creator this time, right? So I'll just probably fall back, listen to the content, get what I can from it. If it moves the right way, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'll continue to keep supporting the platform and keep supporting some of the content creators around the space. But I mean, if it's not going to be what I need it to be, I mean, eventually I might just wind up moving on, because right now it just like seems like a whole bunch of infighting and arguing going on, a whole bunch of cliques and uh I guess that's the right word for it, a whole bunch of cliques and sets going on. And I don't want to be a part of that. I mean, I'm about wanting to help brothers. And if I can offer something, if I do content or not, that's what I want to be here for. And I don't want to be here for the detriment of anybody, especially not myself, because there's so much clown shit going on around the space where it's just like it's a turn off, bro. It really is.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. But yep. Like, but if I did start like a channel, for example, I want to talk about stuff people ain't talk about. Like, I'm a big like Mace. He talks to talk about sports, and I know a lot of people here are not really soccer fans, but I would be like, if people did want to have some action, on some soccer or whatever, I'll spread some of that. Or if people did want to talk about a little bit more about mental health or whatever, I'll speak more about that. Not just to try to try to teach people, but also try to learn from people myself. You know.
Hey, you know what? If you want to do that, I would encourage you to do it, brother. Because you know what? Because there are plenty of people in this space that may want to talk about soccer, and that's something that I have never heard anybody in these manosphere spaces talk about. Right? So if it's like manosphere, there are probably like 300-400 guys around here that may like to talk about soccer, because there are some guys that hang around in space that are like fans of South America. They may have grew up down there, or may have family that grown up down there, and they probably want to talk about soccer. So this space is like filled with a lot of people that want to talk about different topics. And I heard DJ Kuda say something about you got to find your own tribe.
You gotta find your own niche. That would be my advice to any guy who wants to start their own channel. You got stick to what you know well. Like Laro, he knows trucking. That would be perfect for him. You love soccer and you love other things. That would be perfect for you. Like for me, I can't talk about for example, I can't talk about tech. I don't know nothing about tech. I'll look like a damn and sound like a damn fool if I did that. You know? On that note, I'm wrapping this shit up. I gotta be up at 4 o'clock. Um, Blase, tomorrow I'm doing the long one. Tomorrow I'm on from 8:30 to 2:30, bro, in the morning. So
Well,
your
yeah,
place is
I'll
right.
catch you. I just won't be able to be on there.
Oh, you won't be on tomorrow?
No, that's I got some classes to take care of. So
All
All
right,
right, man.
Mace. Take your ass to bed, bro.
yeah, man.
Yeah, I love you guys, man. Thank you for coming. Jefferson, Eric Black, Tack. Oh, by the way, I'll be on tomorrow 6 o'clock. I'm sorry about that Eastern time. I got a one-on-one interview with Tack Man, Clan Killer 187. So I'll be on at 6. Then after that, I'll have the beautiful mahogany up here for a little bit, and then we'll start rolling around 8:15 tomorrow night. And we got World Series, which is boring. Dodgers are blowing them out tonight. And we'll just talk what we talk in the manosphere. What the hell? It's Wednesday night. All the people that came by, beautiful mahogany, Roots and MJ, Blase, Bahatuhu. Hope he starts up his soccer channel, which I think will be lit. And the reason why I say that is because if you do a soccer channel, young man, you're gonna get people from all over the world listening. I'm telling you. And you're
Well,
smart.
I gotta get my tech right first. So
Yeah, don't worry, take your time, bro. You know how it goes. All the people that came by tonight. Laro, of course, was tremendous. He dented the night talking about trucking for the first 90 minutes. Lara, I love you. Don't Smoke Rocks, thanks for coming. Evan Duncan, I love you, bro. One of my main men, Ricardo Rodney. Great kid.
all right, peace, Mace.
Yeah, good night, bro. Dwayne was in here. He went to go check out some women in the women's manosphere. Blase Bar, just said good night to him. Checking everybody who was here. iTest, of course, go check out his channel. Link is in there. Comandante Lou is here. God bless you, Lou. I love you, bro. And that's just about it. All right. So you know what I say, folks? No drugs, no drinking, no party, no clubbing, no sex, no women. Good night from the Oasis. I'll see you tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, 6 o'clock Eastern. One-on-one interview with Tackman Clan Killer 187. Should be fascinating. Love you all. Sleep well. Get home safe. And for my truckers on the road, stay safe, fellas. I love you. God bless you. Good night, everybody from the Oasis.